Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are live once again, you guys. Let me just make sure everything's straight as we're getting started here tonight. Let me just make sure everything is Gucci on my end when it comes to sound. Definitely appreciate y'all for tapping in. I'm going to get something rolled up to start the show. A couple different topics to speak on tonight. Hocus 4/5 going ham. Well, really just explaining the situation with Wack 100. You know, another situation with Wack actually speaking on Young Thug. You know what I mean? All this evidence that's piling up against Young Thug, all these new charges that are piling up against Young Thug right now. We're going to go over all of that, y'all. We're going to go over all of that shit in regard to Young Thug tonight. Just as soon as I can get this pack of Dutches open, I'm going to get rolled up, y'all. What up, Yo? Appreciate you for tapping in. Everybody hit that like button when you're tapping in here. Everybody make sure you share this video when you're tapping in, guys. We've got some shit to talk about tonight. Couple dope topics, man. Couple dope topics. Young Thug. I got the poll up right now. I really want to know if everybody agrees with Wack. You know, Wack was doing some talking about the woman actually prosecuting the case. You know what I mean? Wack pretty much thinks that the 10-year investigation that has gone behind putting Young Thug away, it has to be valid if they did 10 years of investigation. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. What up, James Brown? What up, El Capitan? Appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight. I'm fitting to get something rolled up. You guys, for the show. About to get something rolled up for the show. I got some runts on deck. Picked up some special runts. What up, all around? What up, Felix? Appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight. About to roll something up as we get started. Is the versus battle over yet? That's what I was wondering. Is the versus battle over? I know Onyx and Cypress Hill were going at it tonight. I'd seen a lot of promotion throughout the day on Instagram or, you know, on YouTube, wherever I was seeing it. Definitely respect those two groups. Tudmar says, Runts is nothing but another gelato. Interesting, man. Interesting. Definitely interesting. Yeah, I'm a fan of gelato, but I've been on a Runts kick for the last few weeks. I've legitimately been on a Runts kick every chance I can get it. I'll jump on some Runts. So I'm going to twist that up right now as we get going with the live show. Everybody make sure to hit that like button when you're tuning in. Make sure to share this video. Got some hot topics to speak on tonight. Everybody knows that Gille the Kid and Lil Wayne went at it the other day. You know, Wheezy's right-hand man, Mack Maine, actually put out the footage. You know what I mean? We discussed that. I did a little impromptu live video the other day. You know, Lil Wayne's main man, Mack Maine, actually put out the footage on his Instagram. So it got all the light and all the attention right on it. And now pretty much everyone is saying that, you know, the situation came to light. We're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. Also wanted to talk about Chief Keef and Bosstop a little bit tonight. But we've also got to talk about Hocus 4/5. You know what I'm saying? Hocus 4/5 actually going at Wack 100. Or, I mean, really explaining the situation that happened with Wack 100. You know, it seems to me it's something that actually started when it didn't really need to. It seems like this actually started over a misunderstanding, which, you know, I've been a part of those type of situations in the past as well. Sometimes people don't even want to watch the full video clip. Sometimes people are just too interested in getting off the phone with somebody before actually discussing the issues at hand. You know what I mean? Apparently, Hocus 4/5 and Wack 100 had a conversation. Apparently, they actually had a conversation, you guys, that explained everything that was on Hocus's page. But Wack, again, he did pretty much the same thing that he did after the the interview with Academics 6ix9ine and Hassan Campbell. He took to his safe haven. He took to Clubhouse to speak on the matter. I need everybody to share this video. I need everybody to share this video. You guys, we're about to get started. I'm just rolling a little something up. Hope y'all are rolling up, smoking good tonight for the live show. Hope everybody's smoking good tonight and enjoying themselves tonight on the show. We got BK, we got Flatbush in the building. Major love to Flatbush. Major salute to Flatbush. Everybody let me know where you're tapping in from, what strain you're blazing on before we get into the topics. That's what we always do at the beginning of the show, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. Let me know what city you're tapping in from. You know what I'm saying? So we can get the show started properly. I'm about to roll this up. This Runts is looking good. A lot better than gelato. Just my personal opinion. I've had a lot of different gelatos, but some of them don't really do the trick. I'm more of a cookies guy, but I've been on this Runts, you guys. What up, numero uno? Kush Pack on deck. Kush Pack is on deck. Twin Frank is in the building. What's up, my guy? He said Bad News VA is in the building. We got Brownsville in here. Okay, we got some different cities in here. Appreciate everybody tapping in wherever you're coming from. About to get into the news tonight. About to get into the news tonight, you guys. Everybody be sure to share this video. Drop a comment in the box. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 757. What's up with you, Jen? Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. My bad. I just set my L down. Never do that while you're rolling up. Can you guys believe what happened, though? Can you guys believe Lil Wayne's right-hand man, Mack Maine, put the footage out nearly within hours, I would have to say, maybe days. It might have been days. It might have actually been days, but Mack Maine really got right to it. Yo, Antoine Queen, appreciate you for tuning in. Hopefully I don't butcher your name every time you come in here, though. Major salute, major salute. Yes, the city most slept on, Indianapolis. We got Indianapolis in the building. Let me get this Runts lit up. Excuse me. Let me get this Runts lit up. Runts lit up. Hell yeah, everything's good. Let me get this lit up. What's everyone blazing on, man? Let me know what you guys are smoking on. Let's get this show off right. Damn, this runs is hitting. This runs is hitting real nice, you guys. Appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight. Maybe just okay, James Brown. James Brown got the GG4 on deck. Haven't seen no GG4 in a minute, bro. I have not seen no GG4 in a minute. Definitely want to get some again. Upstate New York is in the building. Salute to Upstate New York. King, what's up? King blazing on some ice cream cake. Everybody share this video. Let's go. Let's get this thing started off right. Wack 100 speaking on the wiretaps. What's up? What's up? What's up? Jennifer says, Mikey, you dropping any more movies yet? Well, I'm not in any movies lately, to be honest with you. To be 100% honest with you, I'm not in actually any movies lately. But in all honesty, my brother did just filmed a new movie in Atlanta. Yeah, my brother did just film a movie in Atlanta called The Boo Hag. You guys can check that out. It's called The Boohag. That's the working title, I believe. Might be the title when it comes to the end of the day. You can just type that in. What up, Vernon? What up, Vernon Griffin? Appreciate you for tapping in. Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Yeah, it's actually a horror movie that he filmed. Another horror movie that he filmed out in Georgia. What's going on, everybody? What is going on? How's everybody feeling about Young Thug right now, man? How's everybody feeling about this whole Young Thug situation? Young Thug is going through the worst right now, you guys. Young Thug was actually denied bond. He was denied bond. He's considered a flight risk. Young Thug is being considered a flight risk right now. And a lot of key evidence was actually released about Young Thug. Jennifer, I'm not sure if it's going to be on Shudder like Slapface is. You'll have to wait and see. There's just a couple articles about it out. What's going on with you, Bobby Digital? Appreciate you for tapping in. Everybody share this video. We're talking about Gille the Kid tonight. Maine put out the footage, you guys. Maine dropped the footage that pretty much goes against what Gille the Kid said. You know what I mean? He pretty much dropped the footage that disqualifies all of the claims made by Gille the Kid when he did an interview on the It's Tricky podcast. You know, I think that's a little bit of a branch of TMZ. Gille was all over his IG talking about, yo, we're on TMZ tonight. We're on TMZ tonight or today, whatever it was. And I was excited. I was like, yo, man, Gille's on TMZ. That's a movie. I was thinking he was going to be on there with Raquel. You know what I mean? I was thinking he was going to be on there with Raquel. Apparently, she has a podcast. Everybody share this video. Apparently, she has a podcast called the It's Tricky podcast. That's pretty dope. You know what I mean? She's pretty fine too, if I do say so myself. You know what I mean? She's got her thing going. She's got everything going there. She's over on TMZ, independent woman and all, doing her thing. Shout out to you, Raquel. Keep doing your thing, interviewing all the rappers, getting the best conversation out of them. I mean, look what Gille was in for. When Gille went to TMZ, he pretty much should have known what the bag was going to be. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about he should have known what the conversation was going to be when he actually went to TMZ, you guys. Gille went on TMZ, and before this, Gille has said in many interviews, this is the last time I'm going to talk about Lil Wayne. This is the last time I'm going to talk about Beanie. All these different situations that Gille put behind him. But you know what? You can't just put these situations behind you when you're going on a major platform. You know what I'm saying? You can't just put these situations on behind you when you're going on a major platform. They're always going to want to talk about them. You know what I mean? What do you think happens when 50 Cent gets brought places? Almost immediately, the first question is about what happened to him. You know what I mean? No matter what, it does not matter. Even if he's talking about a new blockbuster television show, when he's meeting somebody for the first time, it's more than likely going to be on the top 10 things that they bring up. Now, with Gille, we all know his past. We all know the speculation of him writing for Lil Wayne, whether he wrote for him, whether he gave him a couple ideas. You know what I mean? We all know the speculation behind that. So why wouldn't all of the major people out there ask Gille about that? All of us down here, you know what I mean? Everybody doing blogs got the chance to ask Gille the Kid about his beef with Lil Wayne. Why wouldn't TMZ once he got there? You know what I mean? It's pretty much a simple thing that you would be able to see. The fact that Gille, you know what I mean? It's like one of the biggest things about his career. The fact that he kind of got screwed over by Cash Money and they didn't put out his debut album. They did that to a lot of people, though. You know what I mean? Some people's albums they did put out, though. You know what I mean? Kevin Rudolph, I think he got an album out. He definitely had a big single. Look at other people on the Tyga. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Tyga got rich over there. You know what I mean? And Tyga was like legitimately gonna fail. You know what I mean? With that lime in the coconut bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like he was in Connecticut. Tyga was in Connecticut performing. You know what I'm saying? He was in Connecticut performing. For some reason, he actually opened before the Locks. My guy RBH always was performing at Connecticut and at Toad's Place. We're actually going to be performing there, opening for Ghostface in a few weeks. But so when Tyga had come up and actually performed, he performed the Lime in the Coconut song in front of an audience of D Block fans. People started throwing shit at Tyga on the stage, you guys. People literally started throwing stuff at Tyga on the stage. That guy, Tyga, was not on the fast track to becoming a multimillionaire or even becoming a celebrity. You know what I mean? He was on the fast track to being laughed at. Birdman took his whole career and turned it upside down, you guys. What's going on, y'all? What is popping, everybody? I'm going to put it up in the chat. I want to know what's the first topic y'all want me to start with. Okay, cool. Posting up in the chat right now. Everybody go vote in the poll. Yep. It was called like the lime and the coconut or something like that. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? It obviously got him some spins. It obviously got him on MTV as well. You know what I mean? It obviously got him certain places. So it obviously got him in a position where he was getting recognized. You know what I mean? So let's just be real. He made a decent move. He made a decent move with that, but he just wasn't performing it at the right venues and shit. Sure, we're Gucci on this. Yeah. What's going on, Alicia? Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Positive Mindset says Gille is like Safari. He can't make a hit on his own. Safari never had a hit though, bro. Positive Mindset. Safari actually never had a hit record. Gille has actually had a couple records that were bubbling and getting momentum. You know, John Stone says, how far do you think this will go with Gille and Wayne? And do you think LOL Wayne will respond? Or Lil Wayne, I guess he was saying. Yo, to be honest with you, man, Lil Wayne did respond. Lil Wayne already responded through Mack Maine. Like, if anybody doesn't know that, you're just not following the business. Mack Maine is Lil Wayne's right-hand man. Think of your best friend. You know what I mean? Think of your best friend who would jump on the internet and diss somebody back for you and go to your aid. That is what Mack Maine is to Lil Wayne, you guys. If you don't understand Mack Maine's relationship with Lil Wayne, let me catch you up. These guys are like best friends. This is like Wayne's right-hand man. If Wayne needs something done, Mack Maine gets that shit done. Mack Maine is that guy, y'all. So for somebody, Gille went a little far telling Mack Maine that he carries the bags. You know what I mean? First of all, Lil Wayne and Mack Maine, there's nobody really carrying the bags in that situation. Like, Wayne is just too damn rich for his friend to even be carrying the bag. Let's be 100% honest on that. You know what I mean? Let's be 100% honest on that. Wayne is in a bigger position than your everyday artist. You know, Wayne is in the position where Mack Maine is richer than the majority of rappers, I would assume. You know what I mean? Rock Dunn says Mack Maine is the truth. You know, so guys, appreciate you, John Stone. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. You know, Lil Wayne practically did respond when this footage came out of Gille and Lil Wayne shaking hands. Gille and Lil Wayne slapping hands, and then they literally both turn at the same exact time. You know what I mean? No more conversation was held. I need everybody to share this video, man. I need everybody to share this video. We got some shit to talk about tonight, man. We got a lot of dope topics, man. We got a lot of dope topics. I'm hoping I can get a lot of interviews in this year. Hocus 4/5 is one of them. I definitely want to connect with Hocus 4/5. He's got a dope ass blog I've been checking out. Mr. Big says, if you're blackballed, the industry will make sure your numbers don't move. They say men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't. That's a lie because the numbers are controlled by the man. Case in point, Mr. Biggs. Case in point, when 6ix9ine, and I'm not trying to do any 6ix9ine defending here, y'all. You know what I mean? He doesn't jump on my platform and make it any hotter. He just wants to grab somebody that's already hot and try to make himself extremely hot. That's what 6ix9ine does. But in 6ix9ine's case, you guys, he actually had about 150,000 in sales combined with the combined with the actual merchandise. But they said, nope, hold up, we're detaching that. That is no longer a part of the sales. So yes, to a certain extent, the man does control the sales. You know what I mean? Look at not little baby. Look at the baby's numbers on Spotify going down drastically, you guys. Like these numbers are decreasing drastically for the baby. Who knows? Maybe he'll get his weight back up, but the baby was one of the most friendly. He was like the poster child for any event until he just started speaking his mind. You know what I'm saying? Then the baby ruined it for himself. That's where some of these artists will falter, when they start showing a little bit too much of their personality, when their personality doesn't necessarily catch with the live viewer. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got a guy like Designer. Let's say Designer. He was laughing entirely too much. Designer was laughing entirely too much. Let's take Chief Keef, for example. Chief Keef just was way too reserved. Chief Keef drew back once the industry painted him in the picture. You know what I mean? He literally painted himself out of the picture. He made it so he didn't even attend any industry events. Sometimes shit like this happens in the industry. What's up, Risk Taker? Fizax, what's popping with you? I need everybody to share this video. You already know we got a dope video going on tonight, man. I really had all of the Young Thug documents to go over tonight, like literally all the charges from his indictment breakdown. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted to go up. Who am I to say what? Who I am somebody that has been watching hip hop since probably about 1998, 1997. You know what I'm saying? That's who I am. I've been involved in this for quite some time. You know what I mean? I've been doing interviews since about 2009. So yeah, that's who I am to make these assessments. I've been literally watching these artists' careers play out. Okay, I was living in Miami when Young Thug was down there building with Birdman, really making his career and popping off. Because at the beginning, when Young Thug was in Atlanta, bro, it just really wasn't working out for him. It wasn't working out for him when he was working with Gucci Mane in 1017. He wasn't getting the light shined on him until Birdman plucked him from Atlanta and brought him down to Miami and started riding to all the nightclubs in Miami with Young Thug. So it isn't just necessarily about saying, yo, I'm from Atlanta, I know Young Thug. You know what I mean? Like, let's just be real about this shit, man. I watched Young Thug's career play out from 2012 when we're talking about when all the feds started watching Young Thug, when Young Thug really started first breaking onto the scene. But yeah, Mundrew, I appreciate you tapping in from Atlanta, man. We need a voice from Atlanta in the chat. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and join us on these videos, man. Yeah, you probably seen me in Philly a bunch of times. People do be recognizing me out. It's pretty dope. When I was in Brooklyn, when I was in we was at where was we, Iceberg? We was in where was we filming that Love video? It's obviously the Bronx, but it's all good, man. It's all good. Retro 813, what's popping, bro? I appreciate you tapping in. Who's ready to get into the news though tonight, man? Who's ready to get into the news? Let me check out the poll and see what live y'all want to tap in on. You already knew, Kuda. Yeah, this shit's deeper than rap. This shit's deeper than rap, and that's why we're here talking about it on the live podcast tonight, bro. That's why we're here talking about it on the live podcast. If you guys aren't subscribed, subscribe to this channel. John Stone, are you going to let people tap in and blog with you sometime? I really want to dedicate one night a week. I want to dedicate one night a week to letting multiple people tap into the stream. I'm talking like 5 or 6 people tap into the stream, you guys. We really got to do one day a week, one day a week where it's good for everybody, where we tap in and we go over all the hip hop news. You know what I mean? Like a weekly, like a weekly report. Yes, yes. Let me see what's number one. Let me see what's number one. Everybody vote in the poll right now to choose what topic you want to be the first topic. We've got Wack on Young Thug, Wack 100 speaking on the Young Thug indictment. We've got Gille the Kid and Lil Wayne. This topic is a little crazy because Gille said he actually ran into Wayne. Maine came back on him. And Chief Keef on Bosstop. All right, it looks like we're gonna start it off with Gille and Maine. It might be, Alicia. It might be. Yeah, yeah, man. It's dope when people pull up on the live. You know what I mean? We've had a couple different people pull up on the live. You never know who's gonna be tapping in watching the videos, man, on the real. You really never know who's gonna be tapping in and watching these videos. So Gille was on the It's Tricky podcast, right? With my girl Raquel. Hopefully she doesn't take any disrespect to me saying my girl Raquel. She's a sweet gal. You know what I mean? She's a sweet gal, y'all. She's on TMZ. She's doing her thing. She's mad cute. You know what I mean? She's a little bit misinformed about some of the hip hop topics, but she really does her thing. Even Maine actually said, yo, I know your podcast is called It's Tricky, but don't let these rappers trick you. So Gille was on the Tricky podcast and he was asked, did he ever fix his problems with young money, young moolah? You know what I'm saying? Did they ever fix their situation? Case in point, Gille was not associated with Young Money. Gille was actually associated with Cash Money. Gille actually went in and started working with Cash Money, Raquel. I believe that's my girl Raquel. But like I said, she's cute with her mistakes. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like singing the lyrics to a song wrong and shit like that. So Gille responded like, we never really had no situation. He dissed me. I came back. I dissed him. But it was just that I guess my diss was taken way too serious. Now, Gille, yes, that diss was taken extremely serious. Gille went ham on that Lil Wayne diss to the point where Gille has actually, you guys know, you've seen it in my interviews. Gille has actually repeated this diss. You know what I'm saying? Gille has actually repeated the diss in my interviews with him. You guys can go check it out. I'm not going to replay it just because, honestly, I want to see all this shit going on with Gille and Wayne, Maine. I want to see it all downplayed. You know what I mean? I want to see it all swept under the rug. Gille has been doing such amazing things on his podcast. You know what I mean? He's been doing so many amazing interviews with so many top-notch talents that I think they should sweep this under the rug. Who's the guy to do it? The two guys to do it are actually Maine and Wallow. You know what I mean? Maine and Wallow are the two people that can sweep this situation under the rug, y'all. Now, I don't know if Maine is going to end up appearing on the show with them or whatever. You know what I mean? Personally, I just hope Lil Wayne ends up appearing on the show. I'm going to ask another chat in the live because I want to know, everybody in here, do you guys think Lil Wayne will end up appearing on $1 Million Worth of Game? I'm asking everybody in here, will Lil Wayne appear on $1 Million Worth of Game? Simple answer, yes or no. Like, yesterday I did a quick live about this, and I was pretty much saying that Gille and Wallow, being, podcasters, you know what I mean, new to the interview circuit to a certain extent, they got to realize, you know what I mean? They got to realize you're not going to get your interview with somebody on the first attempt ever. You know, you know what I mean? You're not always, not ever, you're not always going to get an interview on the first attempt. You know what I mean? Even Little Dirk had said, you guys, that he promised, Little Dirk said he promised Gille that he would do the interview. And that's why he used that to academics. He told Ack, he was like, yo, Ack, I've been told Gille I was going to do his show. Like, don't feel no type of way. You know what I mean? Don't feel no type of way, academics. I've been told Gille I was going to do his show. That's why I have to go over and do the show. So really, in reality, academics couldn't feel no way about that. We all know just from watching the type of relationship that Gille has with Little Dirk when it comes to him being in. Gille loves Little Dirk's music. You know what I mean? I just found out Gille actually in the last year. I found out Gille actually likes Little Dirk more than me. You know what I mean? Gille's actually a big Little Dirk fan. You know, I mean, I did interview Little Dirk back in like 2013 and shit, when he was first coming into the scene and shit like that. But Gille is a real Little Dirk fan. But I also thought that Little Dirk was going to be major number one and shit like that. Rock says, after the cap, I don't think so. Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing, you guys. It's like that's why I was saying it, Rock. Like you don't always just go and think just because you get denied the first time. You don't ever just go and think that, oh, it's over. It's a wrap. Like I would try to interview French Montana before. You know what I mean? The first time I ever had the chance to interview French Montana, my camera actually died. I had met him at an event in Providence, Rhode Island, actually. So we were talking. I was like, yo, man, I really mess with Max B. I really mess. Max B had just got locked up. Max B had just got locked up, and I was talking to French about it, and he was like, yo, man, you got a camera? Pull your camera up. And I was like, the camera's dead, because I was there filming all night with another artist. And then I was like, shit, maybe we could do something in the future, this, that. French was not nearly as big back then. You know what I mean? Max B was the one who was really getting French some weight up in the game. Okay, cue another bunch of haters telling Mikey T he doesn't know what it is, even though I'm just telling you guys the real facts of shit. You know what I mean? All salute to my bro French. You know what I mean? But I'm just keeping it a buck. So, anyways, point of the story. The next time I got a chance to meet French, I was actually kicking it with Jolie, and I was kicking it with his brother Zach, and he was in the studio with Mass Pike Miles, and I couldn't get my interview right away. He was in the studio with Mass Pike Miles and a big booty chick from the strip club. I had to kind of respect what he was doing at that point, because at that point he was looking at getting an R&B feature. French was at a different part of his career. You know what I mean? French was at a different part of his career. He was getting a feature. I was smoking up mad sour with French's brother and Jolie and my boy Fresh and shit like that. And I was just like, yo, I'm about to get up out of here. I should have really waited. You know what I mean? I should have really waited, because I wouldn't end up getting my French Montana interview for another year and a half. You know what I mean? It is what it is. What's up? Tugwell Unruly. I need everybody to share this video. Let's go. Let's get 200 people in here. Let's see if y'all mess with me. Let's go. Share this video. You got the next big blogger in here. We're soon enough we're going to be live streaming from the Hollywood Hills. I think you all know that. And let me just let you know, spoiler alert, I will be standing up at that point. I think he'll send someone to represent him. But let's get back into the topic. So Gille's on the It's Tricky podcast, which is a TMZ joint, you guys. It's nothing to play with. It's nothing to play with. So when you're on TMZ, they're going to ask you everything. So they asked him, they're like, yo, what's up with the Young Money thing? Did you ever fix that? Gille's like, we never really had no situation. Gille, come on, bro. We're both, me and you were both funny cats. I mean, I won class clown at school and shit like that. And Gille's actually, you know what I mean, one of the funniest guys in the industry, but also one of the best dudes when it comes to doing interviews as well. Just calling it like it is. Bro, Gil, come on. You did have a situation with Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? You got really epically mad about that situation. So you can't really downplay it when you're on TMZ that you guys didn't really have a situation. He dissed me. I came back. I dissed him. How do you paraphrase the years long beef with Lil Wayne into he dissed me, I came back, I dissed him, but it was just that I guess my diss was taken way too serious. Like, come on, let's just be real here, man. Let's just be real. You know what I mean? Like, Gil is my top dog and shit like that. But come on, man. That's not, you're on TMZ. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I mean? You got to keep it a buck, just like you're going to keep it a buck when Lil Wayne eventually comes to the $1 million worth of game podcast, you know? So he was asked, have you talked to Mack, Maine, or Lil Wayne? He was asked that on the Tricky podcast. Gil was like, I just seen Wayne at the Jackson State University. So they saw each other at Jackson State University. That says a lot. So you're at Jackson State University. I imagine you're there. They're talking to the athletes, right? So he was asked on the Tricky podcast if they actually spoke. See, it's Tricky podcast gets right down to the nitty gritty. It's like a lot of other bloggers would be cool with what was said there. You know what I mean? They'd be like, oh shit, you saw Lil Wayne at Jackson State, baby. You know what I mean? You saw Weezy at Jackson State. That's cool, Gil. That's cool, man. I appreciate you giving me that much. I appreciate you giving me that much, Gil. Thank you for telling me you guys actually saw each other. But nah, they want to know if they actually spoke. Gil was like, yeah, but no. I mean, he looked up. I was in the doorway. I said, what's up, man? He said, nodding his head up and down. He's acknowledging that he sees Gille. And Gille explained he was there for business, though, you know. And then Gil said, and then he got the F out of there. You know what I mean? Real talk. I mean, it's not like, you know, Mack Maine, you know, Mack stayed there and hollered. You know what I mean? Because we were like, you know what I mean? We're trying to get him on the podcast. So Gil right there breaks it down that he went there to see him. You know what I mean? He went there to see Wayne and actually try to get him on the podcast. But what Gil is saying here is not what was depicted on the video. You know what I mean? What Gil's saying here is not what was depicted on the video. You know, with the whole fume, and the whole Mack Maine stayed there and hollered. You know what I mean? But this is what everybody saw at first. This is the first thing that everybody saw when it came to this whole situation. Gilly speaking on it. So now everybody's getting the impression that Wayne is kind of like Bilbo Baggins. You know what I mean? Running back into his house and shit like that, protecting his precious, protecting his ring and all types of shit like that. So Gilly's intentions were revealed as to be getting him on the podcast. You know what I mean? He's there to get the man on the podcast. I was actually just watching back. You know, they had actually just posted a clip with Gille and Young Thug. And it's like, you know, you guys just were so inquisitive with Young Thug about Lil Wayne. You would think like you would have to wait for a little bit of better timing. You know what I mean? A little bit of better timing for the interview in all reality. Maybe even wait until Lil Wayne has a new album dropping. You know what I'm saying? But right now, Gil and Wallow are changing the landscape of the whole industry. They are shaping the industry right now. That's why they're out there at apparently, what was it? Jackson State University. And let's be real, you guys, when they're at Jackson State University and when it's this quick handshake and a goodbye, it's because Lil Wayne is already there talking to other people. Lil Wayne isn't going to Jackson State University to talk to other rappers. You know what I mean? Never mind Gil and Wallow. You know what I mean? He's not going there to do all that. Lil Wayne isn't even really a media guy in the first place. You know, Weezy isn't really a media guy in the first place, y'all. So He's more of a sports guy. He's going to do more stuff with the sports network than he's even going to do with the hip hop network, which is a little bit crazy to me. But shit, you can't tell a man nothing who's already made his money. Like I said the other day, Lil Wayne putting out albums is literally like classics every time. And or legendary albums, maybe I should use that term more than classic, just because of the way that we distinguish a classic album. What's going on, Cody Andrews? I appreciate you for tapping in. Gille's kids are dope. Gille's daughter is amazing. Major salute to 37 Mack. He be showing me a whole lot of love. 37 Mack is my guy. Major salute to Cheese. They're all really talented for sure. But y'all know what I am. I'm the best blogger. I'm the best blogger out. Like, I don't care what any of these other bloggers are saying. I'm the best blogger out, period. And I'm going to start talking like that. I'm going to start holding that. Get your facts right. Get your facts right before you're coming at me. What's going on, Jason? The Carter 1, top 10, best ever. I was more of a Carter 2 guy, Perk. But I see what you're saying there. I see what you're saying. Yo, Brett, don't be trying to rain on my parade, bro. Don't be trying to rain on my parade. You are now in tune with the hottest blogger on the internet. Period. We'll see what happens. But anyways, let's get back into it. Because Gille explained the situation. Gille explained that he was there in order to get Wayne on the podcast. Gille actually spoke on Mack, Maine, though, right? Gille spoke on Mack, Maine, saying that Mack stayed there and hollered. You know what I mean? Because we were like, you know what I mean? We're trying to get him on the podcast. That's what Gille did. That's the proper channel of going to get Lil Wayne on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? The proper channel of getting Lil Wayne on your show is probably Mack, Maine. So Gille went on about Mack, Maine's response. Now, let me tell you guys, Mack, Maine is a cool-ass dude. Mack, Maine has helped me in a couple different occasions. At one different occasion, when we first met, I was actually at the club and they were playing like Lifestyle for 40 minutes. And I had a truck fit shirt on that my boy It's Mack had given me. So I was filming around all the Young Money guys and shit. And one of the bouncers tried to grab me like, yo, what are you doing filming everybody? You're not even supposed to be filming in the club, first of all. And then Mack, Maine and Birdman were up there and they're like, no. Mack, Maine held me down and they're like, no, he's good. It was because I was wearing the white with the orange truck fit joint, I would have to say. But no, my people that I was there was in the circles. You usually can't get a camera into a nightclub in Miami, period. But I was bringing cameras to all the nightclubs in Miami. Live. I was bringing cameras to Story, Bamboo. I filmed like French Montana's album release party for Excuse My French. I filmed Young Thug performing at Story. I filmed Ace Hood and DJ Khaled at Mitch. You aren't supposed to be able to get your cameras really inside of those nightclubs, man. You need to have all types of clearance and shit. Damn, I should do a poll about the favorite Carter, man. I should do a poll about the favorite Carter. That would actually be a really good poll. I appreciate everybody for tuning in right now. So Gille spoke on, and the second time Mack, Maine helped me out, and this is because I feel like he must have remembered me. Well, obviously he remembered me. I introduced myself to him outside of Club Live as well. But he must have remembered me because another time at Club Live, I'm in Club Live smoking. I'm blazing at Club Live in a non-VIP section. I'm just chilling, running around and shit. And then Mack, Maine is right there, with his wifey or his shorty or whoever. I don't know his situation. You know what I mean? No disrespect. And he was there and I lit up. I lit up and shit. And this bouncer was like, yo, what are you doing smoking in here? You're not freaking Young Thug. You're not Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? But I'd always be smoking and shit. And Mack, Maine was like, yo, chill. He's good. So I'm like, oh shit, this dude is the freaking man. I'm like, yo, you want to hit this? He's like, nah, I'm good. Yo, 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 big salute, the unknown celebrity. Respect to you for tapping in. Everybody share this video. Put a thumb up if you want me to start a cameo channel so I can send y'all, you know what I mean? Congratulations, so I can send y'all special messages. I might start a cameo channel so I can send y'all special message if y'all want that shit. Mundrew, if I hope I'm saying that right, bro. Says, what do you know about T.I. when he dropped the Money Talk video in 2016? T.I. Money Talk. You know, T.I., what I pretty much know about T.I.'s career, you know, T.I. had an amazing career. You know what I mean? He really grew from his first and second album and so on to Urban Legend. You know what I mean? To the King album, to the T.I. versus T.I.P., you know, to the Paper Trail album. T.I. really grew with all those albums. You know, he was selling like major numbers to the point where a lot of people said, yo, Ludacris got T.I. in that beef. You know, stay off the T.I.P. Mack. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say Ludacris got T.I.P. in that beef. But I feel like, just me personally, Mondrique, got you, bro. I personally feel T.I. outshined Ludacris in the long term of that situation. T.I.'s album sales would go on to surpass what Ludacris ever did. But the thing is, T.I. lost it, and that's when he went to jail. T.I. lost it after his last album when he went to jail, and he came back and he had a perfect album title when he came home in 2010, I want to say. He had the perfect album title called King Uncaged, and he renamed it. What up, Omar? He renamed it to No Mercy. It made absolutely no sense. I feel like his album King deserved a follow up. You know what I mean? The King title was really, what up, Doe? Kilo, appreciate you for tuning in. The King album moved over 500,000 units. What was it? The Paper Trail, was that the one with Rihanna? Moved over, I believe it moved close to 600,000 units first week. Like T.I. was really going to new heights with his career. Then he got locked up. I don't really know what it was. If it was the album title change, if it was all the reports of him doing the tip shit, but his album sales dropped dramatically. Possibly, you know what they say with the new sales of the new streaming era, where the new streaming era didn't really kick in at that point, but record sales started to diminish. That could have been a factor in it, you know. But T.I. lost his record sales, but what he did have was his television show to fall back on. T.I. had his television show, and he also had film to fall back on, you guys. He did that very well. His music career kind of went all the way down. After that album did about 156,000 copies first week. He did another album. What was it called? The Head is High as the Crown or something. Like, I really just fell off with it, man. I really fell off with T.I. at that point after I'd gotten so heavily, you know, like into his music from all the anthems he was creating. That's kind of my take on T.I., you guys. I don't know if anybody shares those same opinions, but I'm glad I was able to voice them. You know what I mean? Because we usually never do an episode on T.I., you know what I mean? Not even with his new comedy career, you know what I mean? Which I don't necessarily agree with. You know what I mean? I really feel like he should have stuck to movies. He was awesome in Takers. I'm putting up a new poll, you guys. Putting up a new poll. Y'all can go check it out right now. Yep, the Dime Trap and the Nick. He did the Nick to promote it. And, you know, I just kind of fell out from that, bro. Just to be 100% honest with you, I fell out from that, you know. Yo, Randy Mack with the $5 super sticker. That's my guy right there. Yep, that one. Heavy is the head who wear the crown. Who wears the crown? Yeah, something along those lines, Kilo. I really wasn't in tune with that one. I kind of fell off at that point when Ti was doing it. Randy Mack, major salute. Rock Dunn says, that's what happened. You explained that well because I wondered why I quit liking the music. Yeah, the music wasn't really there either. It wasn't really the same, I want to say, when he got out of jail either. It wasn't really the same on the No Mercy album because he just had a stream of, one successful record after the next. What you know about that to, leading to another one, leading to another one. It was like, damn, this guy really he's really got it. Like, you got to admit, he surpassed Ludacris for quite a while. Go vote in the poll, y'all. Which was your favorite Carter? Which was your favorite Carter? We got the Carter 1. We got the Carter 2, which has my favorite Lil Wayne song, Hustler Music. Yep, that's right. That's my favorite Lil Wayne song, Hustler Music, if you guys wanted to know. Um, Carter 3, the Carter 4, and the 5 I had to put together because you can only do 4 options. Yo, Boulevard, BLV, what up, what up, what up, what up? Rich off a glitch. Appreciate you for tapping in tonight, man. Definitely appreciate you for tapping in, joining the conversation, man. Pretty active in the chat, you guys. All pro, all good, man. Glad to have you in the chat tonight, bro. We got a couple topics, but they wanted me to start with Gille going on to the It's Tricky podcast. Gille's getting all the A-list interviews right now. You know what I mean? They're bringing him on the Breakfast Club. They're interviewing him on the TMZ shows. Gille's getting all the mainstream attention right now. He's got to be ready to talk about Lil Wayne, but I would have only hoped that he would have talked about the situation in a little bit more positive light, you guys, because but it's not like I'm there really, like giving all my guidance and my influence like that and shit. Because you got to know that just because you don't get an interview with somebody the first time, it doesn't mean you just stop doing that. You build a relationship with them, you know. I'm trying to think if there's anybody that I had to actually wait to get the interview with. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think about that in my head right now. I mean, there's a lot of people actually that I go back and forth with emails from. You know what I mean? And you're just waiting on it. Not every interview you get like that. I was actually trying to interview China Mack since 2016, and he got locked back up. China Mack had got locked back up for 18 months. I was trying to interview Royce the 5'9". Like I got in contact with one of his people, and they're like, "Oh shit, yeah, Mikey T, you do good interviews." And my guy Hot Boy Turk. When Turk was in jail, I hit him up to do an interview, and they hit me back. Turk is getting out of jail in about 3 months, so we don't want to do any interviews now. Thank goodness Turk saw my interview with MMG member Gunplay, and Turk was like, "Yo, I really like that interview you did, Mikey T, and I want you to make sure you do my interview just as good as that." I remember Turk told me that shit. I don't forget shit that people tell me in this industry, you guys. Just like I don't forget what I witnessed. That's why I'm on here to give as much of an accurate detail of what I seen as I can. But I definitely appreciate Rich off the glitch. I like that name too, bro. You should run with that shit right there. Tapping in. Okay, we got the Carter 3. Carter 3. Nightman, what's good? I appreciate you for tapping in. Everybody do me a favor and share this interview, y'all. Share this live. I need everybody to share this live if you mess with me. If you don't, it is what it is, man. If you're just a closet Mikey T fan, you know what I mean? It's all good. Kenny Mack says Wayne is whack. Wayne is whack. He says, I mean, dude, Lil Wayne has sustained a rap career for over for like, let me see. Is it 30 years yet? It's got to be. Somebody get me a number. Somebody get me a number on how long Lil Wayne's rap career has spanned. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Thank you, Rock. I appreciate that. Turk has given me a bunch of opportunities to interview him. Man, the first time we ever interviewed was actually in Miami, though. Yeah, He basically broke down everything for me. And ever since then, Turk has really been like, yo, Mikey T, you're one of the dudes who supported me since day one. He's a real one for that. Whatever happened to GP, Gunplay, Don Logan? He's active on social media. The Gunplay is active on social media, bro. You should go check him out. And he just released a new album, Queen. Nah, man, Lil Wayne's content is not lame. Are you wildin'? Who in their right mind would jump on a live video and put in the chat like Lil Wayne's content is lame? Like, bro, you gotta remember tomorrow that you went in a chat and said that. Like, you legitimately, tomorrow, when you're going, because I'm not gonna remember it. You know what I mean? I don't be saying no absurd shit on the internet. I just say I just say what I feel. You know what I mean? I just say what I feel is what I saw. I don't be coming on here and saying Lil Wayne makes whack shit content. You know what I mean? You got to make statements. You got to make statements that you could actually go and talk about the next day. Like Mondre says, Wayne can't compare to Tupac. I could see him going and having that conversation. You know what I mean? But Wayne is whack. People are just gonna be like, bro. I'm just gonna give you that look, like, bro, like, do you even really a fan of hip hop? Bro, Sci-Hi the Prince is a whole nother level, Kenny. Sci-Hi the Prince is a whole nother level when it comes to, when it comes to lyrics, when it comes to flows, you know what I mean? That's like two totally different levels. You can't say that Lil Wayne, you know what I mean? You can't say that Lil Wayne does not come on to tracks really hot. Like, you can't say that Lil Wayne doesn't come on to tracks in totally different formats. He doesn't ever come on he doesn't really come onto these joints using the same format every time. Go look at some of his features. It was a little bit annoying how many features he had that one year. He's the LeBron of the rap game. Yeah, we're not just on here riding Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? We're not just on here riding Lil Wayne. We're just speaking facts. You know what I mean? Because Lil Wayne is most definitely not whack. Damn, 26 years, Kilo? Yeah, hell yeah. So let me get back into it. Because Gille actually spoke on Maine's response. Mack was like, man, we got to discuss some things. What do we got to discuss? We sitting down, having a conversation. Man, we grown ass men. We cannot be possibly operating off of some shit that happened in 2004 and 2005. So Gille bringing it back to the fact that they're still dwelling on some shit that is nearly 20 years old. We're talking 18 years. We're talking 17 to 18 years at this point between this whole situation when it all started. We're literally talking nearly 20 years for somebody to be dwelling on that shit. Gille's whole account of this incident kind of got exposed by Maine. You know what I mean? His whole account of this kind of got exposed by Maine, you guys. And you got to ask yourself, why did Maine release this? This is called cleanup. This is called content control. This is what you call controlling the narrative, you guys. Now, Gille put the whole situation out there. You know what I mean? We were in the door. We were in between the door. We slapped hands. He turned around. Gille said, we talked to Maine. Maine had this all on camera. Whoever recorded, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was somebody that was associated with Gillie the Kid. I'm not sure if it was somebody. Share this video, everybody. I'm not sure if it was somebody, just there filming it that eventually sent it to Mack Maine. You know what I mean? It was like, yo, man, I got the whole reaction to this shit. You know what I mean? Alicia says, I don't have a favorite. I enjoy them all for different reasons. Yeah, let me take a look at the poll right now. Vote in the poll, y'all. Look in the poll, y'all. Vote in the poll if you haven't. I just wanted to bring up Rock Dunn's comment. He said facts. Mack wasn't going to let him do his brother like that. Yeah, Gille kind of had Wayne looking crazy, especially on a major network platform like that. You know what I mean? He kind of had him looking crazy with the whole, you know what I mean? With that whole thing, saying he dipped up out of there. I know if Gil wanted to have more of a conversation with him, they should have just stood. It looked like Wallow was very intent on that happen and very happy about that connection coming together. But like I said, they're at Jackson State University. Wayne is not there. Wayne is not there, you guys, for hip hop artists. You got to understand this. If you know anything about Wayne's shit outside of hip hop, you know what I mean? Wayne is always on sports broadcasts. I would not be shocked if Lil Wayne was there doing a little bit of investigative research. You know what I'm saying? Whether it comes to gambling or whether it comes, I don't know if he's a gambler when it comes to sports betting, or more than likely for this show that he's involved with, is what I would say. If I was on a show with ESPN, or if I'm on any sort of sports broadcast, you know what I mean? If I'm on Fox, if I'm on any of these major syndicates for sports, I'm going to be there at these different universities. You know what I mean? Not necessarily looking for other hip hop artists. You know what I mean? You're not there. You're not there looking for other hip hop artists. Like, let's be realistic about this. You know what I mean? Let's be honest about this. So he gave Gillie the time of day. He shook his hand. You know what I mean? He actually gave him the time of day, even with all their historic past. You know what I mean? Their past is very questionable. You know what I mean? They never got reconnected because of the fact that Wayne blew up to a level that nobody ever expected. You know what I mean? Similar to 50 Cent. You know what I mean? They both came out a little bit slow. You know what I mean? They both came out a little bit slow. Even Wayne had a much heavier, earlier career than 50 Cent, being a part of the Hot Boys and actually releasing a couple albums that were less than well received. You know what I'm talking. You know what albums I'm talking about. His first two albums. But anyways, that's why he moved into the whole Carter thing to create a, you know what I mean? He created a dimension for himself in reality. You know what I mean? And he really created a lane for people to take his music absolutely serious. But that's just speaking from my perspective. You could agree with that, or you could take it for what it's worth. But I lived through it. You know what I'm saying? I witnessed Little Bow Wow put out album after album after album every single year, and it was so annoying. And you just asked yourself, how is that guy gonna make himself be taken serious? He's never found the lane to do that. You know what I mean? Little Wayne, this is how I'm proving my point. Little Wayne did that with the Carter. You know what I'm saying? From all that shit when the 5,000 degrees BS that he put out, you know what I'm saying? But even before that, you know what I mean? From being in the Hot Boys, because when you're in a position like the Hot Boys, people kind of look at you like, if you guys remember Choppa City from the band, you know what I mean? People kind of look at you like that, like you're just there to have fun. You know what I mean? Like you're just there, just running crazy all the time. That's kind of just how they figured it. Lil Wayne sat and got himself focused and put those Carter albums together. You know, those, but yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Sean. Yeah. I don't know about that, Kuda. I don't know about that. Was it Wayne's first 3 albums that were actually less than well received? Jesus. Lil Wayne caught it bad at the beginning of his career. People can act like they were Lil Wayne fans at the beginning. There was a few of them. I love how people love to cap on here that they were Lil Wayne fans forever. You guys do know there was a point where Lil Wayne was not going to make it, right? Yeah, his first 3 albums, The Block is Hot, Lights Out, and 500 Degrees. Did I say 5,000? I'm sorry. Foy, I'm talking about the antics that a young artist will have. I'm talking about the young antics that the antics a young artist will have that will eventually lead to the decline of their career, the destruction of their career, because they're too focused on the image of it all, because they're too focused on the material shit. That's what I'm talking about. Please don't misinterpret my message. Don't misinterpret my message. I'm here speaking it real, talking about comparing Chopper to Lil Wayne. If Lil Wayne didn't sit down, if he didn't put in the work, he would be compared to Chopper. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. But everyone just came in at the Carter 3. You know what I mean? I was there back in The Block is Hot. I was there back in those days. You know what I mean? When they lights out. Wayne was everybody's favorite hot boy when I was a kid. Bro, Juvenile was everybody's favorite hot boy. Come on, bro. Perk. Juvie was everybody's favorite hot boy. And then even BG. BG was second to Juvie, bro. Because BG actually was running Cash Money before Juvie. You know? BG put out his albums and went to jail and shit like that. BG was actually my favorite from the Hot Boys. But Juvie was he was like the industry favorite. Everybody's like, Juvenile, 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 Juvenile. Yo, that's a good poll actually right there. BG. Yeah, I saw my bro right there. DB Chef, Lil Turk. Hell yeah. Turk was dope too. Turk was 100% dope too. You know, it was just like, yo, do more with Turk. Do more with Turk. But Turk explained to me what happened with his situation. Yeah, Juvie, man. Yeah, bro. Like I come on this live podcast to keep it real, you guys. Like, but also I'm here giving a message. You know what I mean? So don't misconstrue my message. You know what I'm saying? I think we all know if some artists dick around in their career, you know what I mean? And don't take shit serious and focus on the champagne and the diamonds and focus too much on the moment. They can. So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all think just as like, y'all think I'm not coming on here with a message like Hassan Campbell and shit like that. I'm coming on here with a message, but my message is about hip hop. You know what I mean? I'm talking hip hop on here. No disrespect to Hassan Campbell either, man. I'm just saying, don't treat my channel like I don't have a message. You know what I'm saying? I come on here and I talk hip hop. Yep, Foy, Foy, appreciate you, Foy. Foy, Turk was dope till he put out that Young and Thuggin' album. Yeah, the album was mishandled, bro. The album was mishandled because apparently Turk was in rehab when the album came out. So Turk wasn't even able to do anything for the album, apparently. I feel you, Perk. I was 10 when Wayne was rocking. The kid gonna gravitate to the youngest one, is what I'm saying. Big facts, man. Yeah, believe me, people did love Little Wayne when he popped on that shit. You know what I mean? When he popped on that song. Yeah, yeah, man. As a young kid, I did gravitate toward that as well because I wasn't, the older kids. I was younger hanging out with the older kids and they would gravitate towards BG and shit like that. But I was the younger kid. So you'd want to be like the little wild one who's like dancing around and running around and shit, jumping up and down. Wob, you know what I mean? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to go repeat it all on my song and shit and on, the video and shit. Yep. What up, Rel? Appreciate you for tapping in, G's. Poppy, thank you. Poppy Blanco, thank you. Bro, Cash Money Records was built on Juvie's back. 400 Degrees put Cash Money's records on the map, but also a couple of BG's albums before that helped to build the buzz on Cash Money, bro. And BG had gone to jail before that. Turk explained that to me in an interview. But yes, Juvenile was the first one who popped off. And then the fact that Juvenile was in the group made the group big as hell too. So the group sold a couple albums. Everything got kind of messed up for their third album though. Chopper City in the Ghetto. Yeah, Chopper had some of the best albums, man. But yo, so Maine responded to Gille. I know we kind of got off there. I guess we're talking about Cash Money, right? Maine responded to Gille. Maine had a message to Gille the Kid. Maine is like, boy, this Hollywood shit is crazy. Please watch both videos. Now, Maine put up both videos. He put up the video of Wayne actually meeting Gille, but he also put up the video of Gille explaining when the two met. So Gille put up the video. He had the video of Gille explaining it on TMZ how Wayne ran off, and then he put up the video of them actually meeting. Then they show the video of Gille and Wayne actually meeting, and nobody ran off. If anything, they both ran off because nobody ran off. They both shook hands. You know what I mean? And they both pretty much moved on from it. As sad as that is to say, you know what I mean? Because I think they should have had a more of a moment than that. Everybody, what y'all blazing on tonight? Alicia's wondering. I'm wondering as well. But I think they should have had a more of a moment than that, considering all the false narratives that have been spread online, considering how everything has been spun irrationally on the internet about their situation, considering how much nobody even knows about it. But Maine said it to Gille. He's like, yo, we got to go through a certain channel. We got to discuss that in order to do the interview. I'm sure Gille and Wallow are probably just, more in tune with just sitting down with somebody and laying it all on the line, on the podcast, like it is a therapy session, like it is therapeutical, them all getting together and getting to talk out the issues. Like I'm saying, man, Wallow would be the perfect mediator between the two of them. Poppy Blanco, what's up? Appreciate you for tapping in. Let me see. It's getting a little crazy in the chat, huh? Damn, y'all is wild in the chat tonight. Yep. UNLV. Yep. Foy family, appreciate you for tapping in. Hope you're gonna subscribe to the channel. Hope everybody in here subscribes to the channel if you're not already. All right, Rel, I see you, bro. Go check out that new Breach. Put the link up, Rel. Blue Dream, you're on that Blue Dream, Tim. Oh my God. Yo, Adam, chill out, man. Don't be talking like that in the chat, bro. Come on, cool it out, yo. No limit or cash money. Definitely cash money, man. I mean, shit. Look who we're still talking about to this day. I mean, yeah, Papi Blanco, salute, man. Appreciate you for tapping in for sure. So let me see right here. So listen to what Mack Maine said here. Mack Maine's like, and say at Rock Topics, you know I love you, but please keep us out them type of combos. You'll probably never get the truth. I know the name of your show is It's Tricky, but don't let them trick you. Now, you know, everybody always says this. You know what I mean? Everyone's always saying, "Yo, don't talk about that. Don't talk about that." What else was, It's Tricky podcast supposed to talk about on their show? You know what I mean? They're going to obviously get the scoop on the most major story, So that's why I feel like it's kind of ridiculous sometimes when people are trying to like censor interviews and shit like that. It's like, come on. You talk about the shit. This isn't BET 106 in Park. This isn't TRL. It's a new age. You know what I mean? This isn't the age when they're blurring out Tony Yayo dissing Fat Joe on 106 in Park and they're cutting off to a music video. This is a new age. Yo, James Brown. Appreciate that $20 super chat, James Brown. Major salute, man. That is Buffalo, New York in the building. That's my guy right there. Because, yo, I'm just going to be real on all accounts. You know what I mean? I'm not coming on here to fake it. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of, it's like when you go to do an interview with somebody and they're like, oh, yeah, don't talk about this or that. And it's like, so what's up? What's left to my interview? Just to ask you where you're from and how it was growing up there and how you got into the music industry? Yep. Sounds like a great interview to me. Well, you better have a couple more innovative things to ask than that. You know what I mean? If you're not going to ask, if you only have beef to ask about, then you're just not doing your job right. You know what I mean? I look at a lot of my interviews and I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? I really go into my interviews trying to get all the information that I can. And a lot of that is more than the general stuff of where someone is from and how it was growing up and how they got into the industry and their first label deal. You know what I mean? Some of it's a little bit more intricate of, tapping into what they actually did in their career. Sometimes more than the most of the time, I actually do everything in connection in a storyline format. But if you don't have something to your interview, that is not just the beef, then you got to really reformat what you're doing. But when you're going vice versa, when you're going on a major platform and you're doing an interview with TMZ, you cannot be expecting them to, oh, we're not going to ask you about Lil Wayne. Oh, don't talk about Lil Wayne. Like, what? Like, no, that's not how it works. There's 7 billion people on this earth, and freaking probably 700 million of them want to hear about Gille the Kid's beef with Lil Wayne, especially if it's on a syndication like TMZ. You know what I'm saying? Someone's like, Mike, you got your report off of how many people there are on the earth, and also 700 million people are not watching that shit. Yeah, a lot of these rap videos be doing like 700 million views. What are you talking about? No. Payroll from Detroit. Kenny Mack. If you send me payroll's or his Instagram, I'll look into it. Yo, I'm being real, man. I'm being real, man. I'm just being real. Yeah, it is pretty sad. It is pretty sad. But so Mack Maine also addressed the rumors of Gille writing for Lil Wayne. Of course, he had to go there, right? And if you wrote the Carter one, he said, if you wrote the Carter one, who wrote the Carter 2, 3, 4, and 5? Couldn't help himself. Like I said, so let's say Mack Maine goes on TMZ. Let's see if Mack Maine goes on the It's Tricky podcast next week. So now we can't talk about you saying if you wrote the Carter 1, who wrote the Carter 2, 3, 4, 5? You know what I mean? Because I would want to ask Mack Maine a couple questions like, so when did you first get around Lil Wayne in the Carter series? When did you, what Carter did you become a part of the association at? You know what I mean? I would want to dig in there first to see what his association really was with the Carter franchise. Because, like I explained, the Carter franchise is something Lil Wayne did after he had to differentiate himself after those first three albums, where it was just kind of like, okay, where is this going? Alicia. Yeah. Poppy wants to know if you interviewed OBH crew in Philadelphia. He said you look familiar. And my bad, Poppy. I was just answering a question, but I seen you say you wanted to know where I was from as well. I'm actually from Connecticut. And yeah, I've interviewed a lot of the OBH guys, man. Arab, Dark Low. Yeah, I did a lot of interview with Ab and Dark Low since like 2013. You know what I'm saying? I basically was running around with those guys. Urban Legend was cool. Trap music was awesome. That's really the one I really liked, trap music. Urban Legend was really when he started going really mainstream with it, like Bring 'Em Out, you know what I mean? With the Jay-Z sample. Free the real, keep the rest. Why couldn't Gilly do what for his career, bro? Why couldn't Gilly do what for his career? What do you mean, bro? Ask that question again, and I'll answer it for you. Poppy wants to know if you interviewed the OBH crew in Philly. Oh yeah, I got a bunch. I've got about 3 in-person interviews with Arab that I broke up into multiple parts. I actually had one interview where Ab was talking about how he ended the beef with Meek Mill, and that they actually put that interview on MTV. Believe it or not, that interview was on MTV. My interview with Arab is actually on MTV. As crazy as that sounds. Yep. Yeah, we did a bunch of interviews, bro. Yo, 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 WR, what's popping, man? Light up, light up, light up, light up. Oh, you rocked with Dark Low? That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Poppy said Gilly had a great career with his crew, excuse me. Yeah, Major Figures. They got a whole situation where they had an album drop. It really didn't drop to their liking, a few of their likings. They were explaining how basically the Major Figures had a mixtape. They had a mixtape or pretty much a street album that the label liked so much that they actually just pushed that to the forefront. But anyways, let me get back into this here. So he said it. So Mack Maine said to Gilly, "This is to Gilly. And if you wrote the Carter 1, who wrote the Carter 2 and 3 and 4 and 5?" Gilly actually responded to Mack Maine. Gilly did not let this go. Gilly hit Mack Maine back. He's like, I'm telling the truth. He's like, I'm telling the truth. Didn't say anything disrespectful. So stop the dumb shit. Because I really know you, Jermaine. You carry the bags, bro. And this is just making me remember of when, it was said that Slowbucks was carrying the bags for Lloyd Banks. It immediately made me think of that. And it's like, yo, you really can't look at somebody like Slowbucks like he's carrying the bags for Lloyd Banks. You know what I mean? Look at the artist that Lloyd Banks became. You know what I mean? Obviously, not the same stature as Lil Wayne, but Lloyd Banks had his run. Now, to say like that's kind of rough, you know what I mean? Like Gille and Wallow must have abandoned all hope to get this interview done with Lil Wayne if Gilly's saying some stuff like this about you carry the bags. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, appreciate the sub, Poppy. Appreciate that. You know what I mean? The whole comment about Michael Jackson's brother Jermaine, I mean, that's pure, that's comedy. That's Chris Rock. You know what I mean? That's Chris Tucker type comedy. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like Gil is funnier than T.I. I'm gonna ask a poll right now. Let's do a new poll. The Carter won actually. Wow. The Carter won. I'm gonna have to go listen to the Carter 1 and the Carter 2 back to back and see why I put the Carter 2 above that now. But yeah, nah, Gil is funny. You know what I mean? Gil is funny. I want to know what y'all think. Who is the better comedian? Gilly the Kid or T.I.? Since T.I. wants to do the comedy shit, let's put it up there. Let's put it up there. Oh shit. Oh shit, my bad. It's crazy. Sometimes you can show people love. Is what it is. Damn, do I really got to roll up again? That's ridiculous. Yeah, man. Gilly's just funny, but sometimes a joke could be taken the wrong way, especially when you're saying that somebody is carrying the bags. You know what I mean? Like then that makes it look like, yo, what member am I of this group? You know what I mean? It's kind of making people look at Mack Maine like what is he really bringing to the equation? I think at one point Mack Maine was rapping, but Mack Maine actually took on a much different relationship with Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? And it could be misinterpreted, you guys, like 100%. It could be misinterpreted 100%, you guys, with people saying shit like this. You know what I mean? I guess that's just the opinion of some that Mack Maine is carrying the bags of Lil Wayne, but in reality, Mack Maine is calling shots. You know what I mean? Mack Maine is calling shots, and he has the respect of many. Don't really know what's going to happen in regard to the Gilly the Kid interview with Lil Wayne at this point. I don't know if it's going to be possible. You know what I mean? When you make remarks that are like kind of like a little bit funny but also disrespectful, like I don't know how you could think that you might be in the presence of one another at that point. Who knows? Maybe I'm completely wrong and maybe they will put this interview together. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this interview with Lil Wayne, I hope it gets put together. You know what I mean? I just don't think that they should have taken to the internet. You know what I mean? I don't think they should have taken to the internet with it. Now, Gil had a perfectly fine scenario happen with Lil Wayne. They both shook each other's hands. That was actually the best case scenario. You know what I mean? That was legitimately the best case scenario for Gille and Wayne right there. Like they actually shook hands. They actually smiled at each other. Oh, I didn't actually see that interview with Swizz Beatz and Alicia Keys on $1 million worth of game yet. But yeah, man, I just feel like it should have been. I'm gonna be 100% real, you guys. You know what I mean? I keep it real on both perspectives. You know what I mean? Gilly has done a lot for me in my career. Mack Maine has showed me love here and there. Uh, does Mack Maine remember me? Highly doubt it. You know what I mean? Does Gilly remember me? Yeah, of course Gilly remembers me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to talk about it and pay perspective from both sides. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you perspective from both sides, you guys, on this one. I think it should have been handled off camera. Sure, Gilly could have addressed meeting Lil Wayne on the TMZ show at Jackson State. Yeah. You know what I mean? You guys had a dope brief encounter. That is phase one in getting that interview. You know what I mean? You can't expect to get a hole in one every time. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, look what Gilly went through with Little Dirk. Little Dirk wasn't about doing the interview right away. I remember I did an interview with Little Dirk. I went to go do another interview with Little Dirk. A few years later, didn't happen. Didn't happen. You know what I mean? Dirk, you got to understand, you guys, interviewing people is a lot different right now than it was back then. Back then, these guys were on the come up. They weren't locked into such contract obligations. They weren't locked into such different type of shit. The industry has changed, man. People have blown up. People have taken the Drake route. Little Dirk took him on. He was like, yo, look how Young Thug did it. And look what these guys like Drake aren't doing interviews. They don't. You got to buckle down and focus on the music. The interviews aren't going to get you paid. The interviews aren't going to get you paid unless you're doing your podcast thing. Like Max B could have been doing on some podcast shit. You know what I'm saying? Like look what Taxstone did. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not necessarily getting you paid unless you got that story to tell. You know, Gilly and Wallow have the stories to tell and stories to share and help influence. And they're doing a new show called Intros. They probably don't even know I'm on here talking about this. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm supporting regardless because those are my guys. The show's called Intros. They're going to be doing it bi-monthly and they're going to be focused on upcoming talent, guys. You can find it on Instagram. Just go type it in Intros or go to Gilly's page. Go find the intros on his Instagram. Follow shit. So let's get into the next topic. Maybe we should get into this Chief Keef lyric. Maybe we should get into this Chief Keef lyric here. Chief Keef is like, please don't act fishy. Because you can meet me, you effing broke. And he'll never do that again. Bro and them I had to tell him, let him live. My first time getting high, I ain't know where the F I lived. My Grammy left me, and I don't know where the F I am. Man, I got to start being better with my kids. Even though I don't get shit, I can't say F Christmas. Even though I don't get shit, I can't say F. I like that right there. I like that. So there's this line right here in this portion of the song where he says, please don't act fishy because you can't meet. Please don't act fishy. And he also says, he'll never do that again, bro. And them tried to. So there was a couple rumors about Chief Keef and Bosstop. There was a couple rumors about Chief Keef and Bosstop. Bosstop actually put out a response to this. There was some things that King Von, rest in peace, actually denied as well. You know, King Von actually denied a couple things in regard to this whole situation. But yeah, Bosstop actually posted on his story, Von times smirk. We the business, all y'all get played with on and off the internet. All your fans know you a Von smirk. Anything else, don't believe that shit. All y'all fans know that you're a. Come on, man. Chief Keef's fans don't think about him like that, Boss T. Now, Chief Keef's response here is actually kind of lyrics from a song. I remember reading these lyrics where he actually spoke about his grandma. Boss Top also tweeted, he said, on J Money, Keef is and been a goofy. I don't understand why they have that term blurred out, goofy. Because they're saying that Chief Keef is sneak dissing Boss Top. Yeah, that's pretty much what they're saying on this joint. Because they're talking about allegedly, I guess, Boss Top had done something. Uh Boss Top had actually done something. Chief Keef's people got back at him. And that's why Chief Keef was like, yeah, he ain't gonna do that again. He's like, he'll never do that again. Roy and them tried to get him. I had to tell him, let him live. So I'm thinking about this, right? And it's like, damn, man, if Chief Keef does something, it's kind of going to play out sort of like that whole Casanova case, to be honest with you. You know what they were saying about Casanova when they were having like gambling games and shit like that. I could just picture Chief Keef Sosa slamming his hands down on the table, like, nah, man, it's not going to play. Chief Keef is like a skinny version of Suge Knight. You know what I mean? He even moved to California. He even moved to California with it. He's running his little sector right now. Let me chill out, man. People might think I'm reaching. I'm just being real though, man. Chief Keef is he's one of a kind, man. He's under the radar though, man. He's definitely under the radar at this point. So I seen some comments actually on Boxton that caught my eye. Salute to everybody on Boxton. Y'all need to start showing me love. I know y'all used to post my shit up there. Y'all need to Mikey T the movie star put my shit back up on Boxton, excuse me. BX, what up? So Boss was jumping from D to D, from GBE, Glory Boy Entertainment, to Savage Squad, which was Fredo's joint, to OTF. Well, honestly, a lot of people jump from Savage Squad to OTF. You know what I mean? And I'm not even talking about before or after his passing. I'm talking about, when Fredo was around. Fredo, to me, seemingly had a different role where he would propel some artist from being with the Savage Squad to actually going on to being with an OTF or with a GBE. It just kind of seemed like that to me, like Fredo Santana would actually pass some of these artists off to some of the bigger artists. Now, I don't really know who in particular, you know what I mean? I don't really know who in particular that he would end up giving up to the label, but it was kind of to me in a similar situation to like what Freaky Zeke was doing, with 730 Dips, or what Jewels was doing with Skull Gang. Oh, I saw more of it with 730 Dips because Sen City actually went up from 730 Dips to actually working with Cam and working with Jim Jones as well. But I don't know. That's just a way that I viewed it to a certain extent. I do know that Fredo was looked after during Chief Keef's album times. Yeah, for real, KV. For real. You know you're doing good though when you got the bots wilding, man. You know you're doing well when you got the bots wilding though. Poppy says Chief Keef is the original king of Chicago. I wouldn't disagree with that. Well, I mean, shit. Come on, bro. Come on. There's a couple other people from Chicago. Chief Keef. Maybe we could call Chief Keef the Prince. Maybe we could call Chief Keef. I mean, come on. Kanye West is a billionaire. I guess he's about to be the president, so you don't really need to call him the king of Chicago, though. So you do got a point there. But there's other people to consider, man. Like, so. Yes, sir. Belicio agrees with me. Belicio agrees with me. He says, bruh, the Carter 2 was the livest Carter, bro. Lyrical aptitude was impeccable, and it was street approved. What up, Mikey? Appreciate you for tapping in, Belicio. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, Sean. You got so many different people from Chicago, but I mean, you can't really call Kanye West the king when he's a billionaire. You know what I mean? That's kind of limiting. And that Chief Keef left Chicago, man. He went to California. You know what I'm saying? He got out of there for good reason. You know what I mean? To make sure that he's able to prosper and do his thing. There ain't nothing wrong with what Chief Keef did. You know what I mean? Chief Keef like kept getting caught up. You know what I mean? All types of DUI situations, all types of, inner turmoil with the cliques. Him and Little Dirk apparently never really seeing eye to eye. You know what I mean? Just a little bit weird that Chief Keef, Little Dirk, and Little Reese never got together and put out a group album. It almost like I was thinking that back in the day, almost in relation to what we see Griselda as today. Like, I'm just thinking to myself, why aren't they doing that? They can hide some of Little Reese's weaknesses when it comes to not being able to perform as much on the track, but also as a part of a group setting, they can actually build with one another and they can build more. They can build more for the artists that need it. Chief Keef in ways of hooks, Little Reese in ways of just getting his verses completely together. Little Dirk needed help back then, just putting everything together. He started putting all together. First, he cut his hair, changed his image, completely got away from everybody else in the clique. Now look at him. You know what I mean? Number one in the game. All right. All right. That's what I like to hear. I kind of feel like Young Thug changed the culture like Chief Keef. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll on it. Let's do a poll on it, you guys. I kind of feel like, to a certain extent, yeah, Young Thug was a bigger had a bigger appeal than Chief Keef. I kind of feel that way. Let's see how everybody feels. I might be wrong though because I do remember banging Finally Rich like a whole lot. That I can't say I've ever liked a project from Young Thug as much as I've liked Finally Rich. I might be completely wrong about this when it comes to all of you, though. I'm putting it up in the community. Everybody can vote for it. Oh, that's what's up, Nightman. Who you talking about? Young Thug WR? Keef shook it up. I might be totally wrong on this because I was banging Chief Keef heavy. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I had my girl in the whip and everything. Whenever I was with all my boys and shit, we'd always be banging Chief Keef. I'm not even gonna hold you guys up. You know what I mean? I have not listened to Young Thug really like that from front. Like, Chief Keef's album, Finally Rich, went from front to back. Come on, everybody, vote in the poll right now. I need y'all to vote in the poll. Let's get the answers to this before we get into our main topic, which is Young Thug, actually. Uh, it's just King Von vouched for Bosstop over Chief Keef, apparently. Interesting. And we all know, I don't know if you guys remember, we went over what Mimo 600 had to say about Chief Keef as well. Everybody be trying to diss Chief Keef, man. Everybody be trying to act like it's cool. Like it's just like what Tony Yayo said. When you diss, if a G Unit member disses 50 Cent, he's gonna get the most publicity he ever got. You know what I mean? He's gonna get the most publicity he ever got. Same thing with somebody that was affiliated with Chief Keef, you guys. If you were affiliated with Chief Keef and now you're dissing him, you're gonna get the most promo you ever got. That's what these guys are doing on their Clubhouse apps. You know what I mean? That's what they're doing on their YouTube channels. You know what I mean? And salute to King Yella for doing his thing, man, really getting his YouTube channel together in pretty much a quick fashion, I'd say. Because, when you get out, he had just got out of jail and shit. When you get out, you got to put together a play quick. I saw what he did. I respect what he's doing. Wyclef Jean off the album Jeffrey. Yeah, can't say I was a big fan of the Jeffrey album. You know what I mean? I can't say that I was. You know what I mean? I kind of fell off, to be honest with you, from Young Thug when he made that song called Goo Wop's Home. What album was that on? If anybody can tell me. I really fell off from Young Thug at that point. I'm like, why is this dude trying to change his voice? But in all honesty, I fell off from Chief Keef after the Finally Rich album when he just started not caring about his music anymore. Chief Keef started coughing in his music and shit like that. All right, well, it looks like I was wrong because it looks like the majority of people are saying that Chief Keef shook the culture more than Young Thug. Interesting. Interesting. I feel like Young Thug made way for, people like, the Migos to be accepted and shit like that. You know what I mean? I kind of feel like he's made. But I mean, you can't really say that because you had like Future. Future was around. Future was around before Young Thug, and Future was actually hating on Young Thug, saying that Young Thug was copying him allegedly. There were rumors out there that Future was saying that Young Thug was copying his hair and shit like that. So you can't really say that Young Thug inspired those guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about more like how everybody started really accepting him like crazy after a while. Like at first, everybody gave Young Thug the hardest time. At first, everybody gave Young Thug the hardest time in the world. Even Wack 100 was on Clubhouse saying that he is cool with Young Thug, you guys. And this is after Young Thug has beefed with the game. You know what I'm saying? Wack will probably say, "Oh, I didn't know he beefed with the game. I don't like him no more." But yeah, so even after he beefed with the game, Wack 100 says that he's cool with Young Thug. But yeah, then he started calling himself Jeffrey, and then he started calling himself Sex or something like that. And it's like, how much do you expect me to be able to take as a fan? Then you got like Puff Daddy calling himself Love. And it's like, how much do you expect me to be taken as a fan? You know what I mean? Like when you guys are switching up your names and stuff like that, like I was all right with it if Rick Ross was going to lose his name. You know what I mean? When Ross was going that thing with Freeway Ricky Ross and Rick Ross had really started to, started to go with the name Ricky Rose just in case he had to switch that shit up real quick. Guys. Yeah, well, actually, no, man, I'm good. Yeah, I'm rolling up this runts right now. Shit, look at the poll. Vote in the poll, you guys. Vote in the poll right now. Who shook the culture more? Right now, it's 44% for Young Thug and 56% for Chief Keef. But up next, we got to get into this Young Thug indictment. We got to get into the Young Thug indictment. Wack 100 had a few things to say about it. We're going to get into that in just now. Wack 100 was like, let's be real. The face of what is the face of what is under a RICO right now. Maybe it was a gift. Maybe it was a blessing that they didn't go as they wanted to go because Thug was the face of it. Really don't understand what the hell he means by that. I was trying to figure out what he meant by that, like, because maybe it's a blessing that they didn't go as they wanted to go because Thug was the face of it. I'm like trying to figure out what he means by that when it comes to YSL. And I'm just thinking like, because Young Slime Life was literally just about getting going as a record label. You know what I mean? It really looked like Thug was potentially about to start putting a whole lot of money into YSL as a label. You know what I mean? We got Gunna, we got Duke, rest in peace to Lil Keed, my God. You know what I mean? We got all these artists, you know what I'm saying, around Thug. And I really feel like Thug was about to press the button on YSL. You know what I mean? Potentially. I think that is what Wack means here. Now, in saying that, you push the button on your record label, you push the button on X amount of dollars getting spent. Now you're in a position where you're not able to spend those dollars on solidifying your freedom. And the only way that more dollars are going to come in is with your freedom. Young Thug is the one commanding 100,000 per appearance. You know what I mean? Thug is the one doing that. Thug is the one bringing celebrity to the other artists around him. Gunna's at that point as well. But a lot of these other guys need Thug around to bring that celebrity, to do a song that's going to generate streams that go on to make a song go gold or platinum. So that's really what he was going to be to his label, like sort of like what we've seen in the past. You know what I mean? We've seen it with the likes of 50 Cent. We've seen it with a little bit less with the likes of Diddy. Obviously, 50 was more of a rapper, so he would literally just jump on the hooks. But Thug does his ad libs as well, like his Diddy like ad libs. So Wack said, so someone asked if Young Thug was going to get out of it. They asked him if Thug was going to get out of it. Wack replied, it's like we ain't stupid. They ain't stupid either. It's a reason why they waited 10 years. They waited to go when they went. Them people, they ain't do no 10 years investigation to go grab a dude they can't keep. Not only that, Yep. So Wack pretty much broke it down right there, man. He said, they ain't do no 10-year investigation to grab a dude they can't keep. Wow. A lot of people say when the feds come, they come ready to throw the book at you. They come with all the details. They've got their T's crossed. They've dotted their I's. You know what I'm saying? So let me see what else we got here. Because I really don't want to read off any of this shit about the vice president that he's talking about. Like, what the hell, man? Dudes is on here talking about the vice president and shit. And I don't know, you guys. I just don't feel the need to. You know what I mean? Roll up, Mikey T. Yeah, I'm rolling up. I'll get back to that shit in a second. Oh, here we go. Wack is like, you got to remember, when they say criminal empire, the first thing they want to show is you been crossing them state lines. and you going from here to there and back up. Okay, you the kingpin. Okay, what you run the block? You take orders from who? From who? Okay, they doing what? Okay, you got that from that? Oh, you getting money, you getting your money from here, and then you using it to do that. Okay. So this directly ties into a person like Young Thug. You know what I mean? This directly ties into why they've got him associated with this case, you guys. It's a very similar situation to AR Rab. You know what I mean? With AR Rab owning those properties, AR Rab owning those properties and shit like that. It's a very similar situation to that. Young Thug is in the position to give his friends whatever they need. If they need money to rent a vehicle, Young Thug is going to give them money to rent that vehicle. If they need money to do this and that, Thug is going to give it to him, man. Why wouldn't he? He's got money 100 times over. You know what I mean? He's got money to take care of this guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, and the next dude. He's like, Thug is straight in that point. You know what I mean? When you got that type of bread, it's just different. And now, with what the government is doing, now with what they're doing out here, you guys, now with what they're doing out here, if you just give somebody a little bit of bread, if you give, you have to be cautious about everybody you send $100 this day and age. Because if they take that $100 you gave them and they turn it into some crazy shit, you just might be getting indicted. It's crazy to hear that. It's crazy to hear that type of shit, man. But that's kind of what's going on here. Like, Young Thug rents his homies a car. You know what I mean? Young Thug rents his homies a car. People are like, why the hell would Young Thug rent a car from Hertz? Why would Young Thug rent a car from Hertz? Because Young Thug has bread to rent his friends a car from whatever car dealership there is. He's like, yo, I'm going to rent you a freaking Toyota, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm going to rent you a Mustang, or you know what I mean? Because I don't need you driving my Porsche. I don't need you driving my Rolls Royce. You know what I mean? He's got enough money to where he can put somebody in a rental rather than put them in an opportunity where they can mess up a couple $100,000 car, $500,000 car. You know what I mean? Thug has got that type of money, and now they're getting it twisted up. You know what I mean? Now they're getting it twisted up. You know what I'm saying? Guy lends his friend $500. Next thing you know, his friend is on top of the world, Tony Montana type shit. Now it's Young Thug's fault? Like, come on, man. That's just ridiculous if they're going to take Young Thug off the streets for that. You know what I mean? They just. Maybe I better stop. Maybe I better stop on that note. Like, Mikey T, why didn't you take the bar? Why didn't you take the bar? You really could have defended some of these dudes in court. First of all, you ain't never going to catch me in no courtroom, number one. Number one, you ain't never going to catch me in no courtroom. Unless I been charged with some shit. You ain't never going to catch me in no courtroom. Should be annoying as hell when they be sending you that jury duty thing. It's like, what? What? But you always got to make sure you handle it properly. That'd be funny as hell to go do jury duty, right? Be like, can I blog it? No, you can't blog it. No, continue. Alicia, what are you talking about? Whoa, WR, chill out, bro. What is you talking about? Wow, in the poll, Chief Keef has come back up in the poll. Everybody vote in the poll if you haven't voted. Chief Keef is back up right now, 69%. Yeah, I just think it's ridiculous that Young Thug is going to be blamed for the action of his friends. Like, who wouldn't be able to see? Who wouldn't be able to see that Young Thug makes legitimate money? You know what I mean? Whatever legitimate, Young Thug makes such legitimate money that it should far outweigh anything else. Like, what Young Thug does is contribute, you know, to the country, and he contributes to the economy the way he spends. And they're gonna say this BS? Like, no, it's completely evident. Young Thug isn't like one of these rappers who didn't really make it and can't actually sell records and had to resort back to going to the streets. No, that's not Young Thug. Nah, the Muzz. I didn't read the indictment, man. I'm not gonna read the. I would read the indictment, but I'm not. No. We already been on for like 2 hours. I don't think I'm gonna read the indictment. I got all the paperwork. Maybe I'll read it another day. Maybe I won't. There's a lot of good shit in there, though, I'll say. Yeah, there's some interesting shit. There's some interesting shit in there. Yeah, I got it like right here. Let me see. But hold on, let me see if I got anything else on my notes in regard. So yeah, Wack broke that down perfectly. When he was like, so Wack is like, and they want to show that you've been crossing them state lines and you're going from here to there and back up. Okay. You the kingpin. Okay, you what? You run the block? You take your orders from who? From who? Okay, they doing what? Okay, you got that from okay. You're getting money from here and then using that to do that. Okay. Jesus. Wack broke that down so perfectly, you know what I mean, as to how it could be interpreted as being doing wrong. Wack said, when I got caught, I was never mad at the police. I was mad at me and my team. Damn, how we didn't see that coming. It's their job. The police. They the police. Wack continued. I'm not gonna get mad for them doing their job. Our job is to get away, and their job is to catch us. It's cat and mouse. Bro, it's their job. It's their job to catch us. It's our job to get away. I ain't going to get mad when they get slicker than us. Wack went on, we got away with this shit like 30 times. And now they mad that they surveillanced us the last 6 to 7 times. And we got away the other 30 times. Man, just watching Young Thug's career, personally, I would have never thought that he would have actually had anything to do with anything like this. You know what I mean? Judging, exactly, but also seeing it firsthand. I'd been at a Thug show or two where Thug was actually paid very handsomely. You know what I mean? Talking about in excess of $30,000. You know what I mean? Thug had, and this was earlier on. You know what I'm saying? This is probably back in 2013, 2014, possibly. 2013 is more likely. WR, talk about that if you send a super chat. Other than that, probably not. But yeah, so Thug making money in the industry is like it's obviously something that's happening. This guy is doing multiple shows. You know what I mean? With other guys, it's evident what's going on. I don't really want to say any names. You know what I mean? I don't really want to say any names, but it's evident what's been going on in the industry. Why they're trying to slap this label on Young Thug? I mean, shit, they have a couple open charges or one. They've got one open charge and they're acting like it's a question as to why that charge is open. They're like, "Oh yeah, so you're telling me that this felony case has been open on you for the last 4 years." Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think they've got they've got like 5 years or over to prosecute a felony case. So they're still within their rights of prosecuting that case just because Young Thug thinks everything is sweet. You know what I mean? Just because Thugger thinks that everything is sweet. No, you have an open felony case that they just haven't ended yet, that they've been holding in the tuck. It's not good. That's not good. One thing to his advantage, he's not a felon, but that judge doesn't care. That judge involved in the case does not care. Maybe it'll work out in his favor down the line. I don't know how in 6 months' time he becomes any less of a flight risk. One of the things that they were saying in this case was that one of the reasons they denied bail was because because Thug is a part of a 28-person indictment, and not all those people have been brought in yet. They're suggesting if Young Thug gets out of jail, that he could hinder them from finding the rest of the suspects. Well, Alicia, it's past offenses building up. It's past offenses building up, actually. And they're saying there's supposed to be a whole new indictment. They're saying that there's supposed to be a whole new indictment based on several new charges, which is crazy. Which is absolutely crazy. Like I said a little bit earlier this week, Young Thug is in for a wild ride, you guys. I don't think this is something we ever thought that Thug would be going through, because like I said, I thought he was absolutely legit. But then when you hear certain things like people getting caught with certain shit, you know what I mean? Like that's what his more recent case is about. When you hear about people getting caught with certain shit, you're like, yo, what the hell? Why would this dude have this shit? Like, why wouldn't he just have some weed and shit on him? You know what I mean? Let me see. Let me see. Nightman says, them dudes better leave 6ix9ine alone as soon as he start moving again. Now, feds putting dudes down. Them are the people he beef with. Think about it. Thug wasn't beefing with 6ix9ine, I don't think, was he? Thug wasn't beefing with 6ix9ine, but I'll add, right after Thug went to jail, right after Thug was incarcerated, 6ix9ine took to his Instagram story and he started dissing Young Thug. He started throwing shots at Young Thug. You know what I mean? Pretty tasteless shots, posting all old pictures of him with lipstick and in little dress type skirt things and shit like that, pointing out shit from his old career. I mean, shit, 6ix9ine, you used to make gothic punk rock music. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you even talking about? Like, you was probably wearing all types of weird, long, like black pants with zippers on them and shit like that. And you know what I mean? And like clothespins attached to your shirt and shit like that. Nah, he probably wasn't. you know, he probably had some cooler shit like that to wear. But yeah, 6ix9ine was into the mosh pit scene. You know what I mean? All artists have their early beginnings. I remember seeing Young Thug in the breakdance video with Gucci Man. He did not necessarily have a good style. You know what I mean? He did not necessarily have a good style. Executive Sessions is in the building tonight. Executive Sessions, what's popping with you, bro? Appreciate you for tapping in. Alicia says the 6ix9ine shenanigans didn't work. Yep, the 6ix9ine shenanigans certainly did not work. I mean, Gine doesn't seem to be. How many views, Alicia? Can you tell me how many views Gine is at this point? If it's at 20 views, if it's at 20 million views, I'll be shocked. Let me know if it's past 20 million views. Oh man, we'll have to see what happens. Sean says they're gonna pour more on Thugger. Well, I mean, I was actually watching the court appearance, and it seems like they are about to put a bunch of different charges on him. And I guess in regard to what was found in the house, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens though in regard to all that. You know, Thug's got a good team behind him. They're really fighting for him to get out on bail in the very, very near future. You know what I mean? They're going to be asking for it every time they go to court. You want to know why they're going to be asking for it every time they go to court? Because they've got Thug's best intentions in mind. You know what I mean? They're not beating around the bush. You know what I'm saying? You don't want a lawyer. You don't want a manager. You don't want somebody like that who's going to beat around the bush. Yeah, it's definitely not 519 million. That's probably Gooba. Damn. I rolled up a stick. Is that what they say nowadays? Like, boy, rolled up a stick. That that not what they say? The boy rolled up a gorilla finger. That's what they be saying, right? That was in reference to a joint, though. Come, what's that? What's that number, Alicia? Come on, what's that number? Let me see here. See here. Anybody has any open questions? There's the best time to send in open questions, you guys. Everybody can send in any questions they want right now. Nice. Wow. So it's right at 20 million. 6ix9ine's video has officially hit 20 million views. That is so bad. I really can't believe he's only at 20 million when his last video or his last videos were at like 500 million. That is so embarrassing. I would be so embarrassed if I was 6ix9ine. Everybody subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. Appreciate y'all for watching the content, man. That is crazy that 6ix9ine only is doing 20 million views. So Wack 100 said this about the about everything involved with Young Thug about the indictment. He said it's like we ain't stupid. They ain't stupid either, meaning the feds, or not the feds in this case, the police. It's a reason why they waited 10 years. They waited to go when they went. Them people, they ain't gonna do no 10 years investigation to grab a dude they can't keep. Look at that, guys. Wack keeping it real on the situation. 10-year investigation. Literally, since what was it, 2012? Here we are in 2022. The investigation is over. And Young Thug, along with 28 other people, have been arrested and 58 counts have been cited. They're talking some real crazy time for Young Thug. Excuse me if I just said Chief Keef. We got a poll up right now that you guys can vote in. If you haven't voted, who shook the culture more? It's Young Thug or Chief Keef. Right now, Chief Keef is destroying the poll with 71%. What is going on? Beverly Power, I appreciate you for tapping in tonight. If anybody has any open questions, the time is now. I'm just sort of going over, I'm rehashing this last part about Wack speaking on Young Thug. Wack and Young Thug. Wack actually said that he didn't have an issue with Young Thug. Let me see if I can get to that. Here we go. Wack said she put all her time and effort into investigating when dudes was partying and not paying attention. I got love for Thug. I hope it turns out great. But I can't see the sister coming into this after 10 years and saying now it's time, serve the arrest warrant, and it's not happening. So Wack just saying he can't see that. You know, a lot of the time when the Fed, or not the feds, because it's not the feds in this situation, but a lot of the times when there's a 10-year investigation attached, there is gonna be some serious time handed out. Look at Bobby Shmurda's situation. Look at the Treyway situation. Look at AR Rab's situation. You know what I mean? Look at all these different situations. A lot of time has been handed out. Multiple arrests were made. You know what I'm saying? And hundreds of years handed out between everybody combined. So Young Thug's situation kind of fits right in with everybody else's. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a lot more people, I think. I can't remember how many people were involved in the Treyway wrap up. You know what I mean? Or the Bobby Shmurda, but the AR Rab situation was about 9 people. So this one is a lot of people. You know, the Young Thug situation. Obviously, Young Thug had a lot of people attached to him because of the fact that he was a majorly successful artist. A lot of these guys named in his indictment are actually artists. Yep, Bobby held it down. I will get back to you on that tomorrow night, man. Let me do my due diligence and put together a project. See what I can do to put together something. And I will get back to you on that tomorrow night for sure. Okay. Appreciate that though, man. Let's get to work. Hell yeah. miss something? So Wack said that he's got love for Thug, and he hopes it turns out great. He hopes it turns out great. Yeah, he hopes he beats the case, man. Wack is a decent dude to say that about Thug. You know what I mean? Especially when he went through a whole situation with the game. Alicia, appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Enjoy the rest of your night. Tyson Garcia's in the building. Folks about to sing their hearts out in that stand. Young Thug was doing this. Young Thug was doing that. Young Thug was doing this. Young Thug was doing that. What's good with you though, Tyson, man? Appreciate you for tapping in. If anybody has any open questions, I'm going to take them now. I'm going to take all open questions now for anybody who has anything that they want to ask. Let me see what's up with my drink. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Had a bunch of different dope topics to speak on tonight, man. Chief Keef pretty much posting some song lyrics, you know, subliminal type shit. But Bosstop actually responded. You know, he responded a little bit unfavorably. Bosstop took a shot at Chief Keef that many try to take. You know, Bosstop said on his Instagram story, "We the business, all y'all get played with on and off the internet. All y'all fans know that you are." Von and Smirk. Von times Smirk. King Von was a heavy supporter of Bosstop. But I mean, shit, you know, Bosstop and Lil Durk all have previous history with Bosstop. I'm just wanting to look at this one portion right here where Bosstop says, "We the business, all y'all get played with on and off the internet." Now, the only one from the group I want to say that got played with on the internet was Little Reese. You know what I mean? Chief Keef. Now, somebody in the chat tell me, did Chief Keef ever get played with on the internet? Is there a video that I missed? Did Little Durk ever get played with on the internet? Is there a video that I missed? Like of these guys getting played with on the internet? You know, because the video I remember is the video of Little Durk actually going to California, or he was in California and going to a nightclub and actually facing up with the game. After the game jumped on Tyga's diss song for Little Durk, because Little Durk had a lyric about Black China. I believe it was about his baby mama, Black China. Yeah. And Tyga was like, "Respectfully, could you change that lyric?" Durk apparently was like, "Yeah, I could change the lyric as long as you do a song with me." Whoa. What a way to get a song, Durk. What a way to get a song right there. That's pretty hilarious. I'm not going to lie. How are you going to expect somebody to actually do a song with you when you're literally, you know, just had a line about their baby mama on the song? You know what I mean? Anyways, they put it together. You guys. They actually got the shit together. But I guess Tyga never sent him the track or something like that. Tyga had the track. I don't really remember what Dirk said. He said that Tyga never sent him the track. So then Dirk actually put out I think Dirk put out a response diss or something like that. I'm not too sure, but Game, what I really remember about that is that the Game jumped on Tyga's song and absolutely demolished Little Dirk to the point where Little Dirk went to see the Game in a nightclub and they had a face off, and the Game really respected that. Next day, apparently, they got on the phone and dubbed everything. It was over. Game had a lot of respect for Little Dirk pulling up on him like that. That was a really critical point in Little Dirk's career. You know what I mean? Standing up to somebody like the Game. He was the first one to do it. I believe. I believe that was before Young Thug went back and forth with the Game. All this type of shit. Yeah. He had a lot of guts for doing that, man. He gained a lot of respect. Does anybody in the chat remember that happening? If you remember that happening, put a thumb up in the chat right now. Let me know if you guys actually remember that happening with Little Dirk actually going. Yeah, Alicia, it was a major moment in a nightclub. Appreciate you for staying tapped in too. It was a major moment actually at a nightclub in California. Little Dirk checked the Game, believe it or not. Well, he checked the Game's temperature. Because you ain't checking the Game. You ain't checking the Game in LA. You ain't checking the Game in Cali. You know what I mean? The Game is just too strong with it. Luke Isaac says, I think Lil Wayne will respond to Gille on a track or a feature. Well, Luke, I was kind of really feeling like this is the response. You know what I mean? Maine clearing up all the confusion, you know what I mean, of the conversation that Gille had on the TMZ platform on the Tricky podcast. I feel like Lil Wayne and Maine dropping that footage is what cleared up the situation. I feel like that is Lil Wayne's response. You know what I mean? Wheezy came out with a response like that. Wheezy's credibility was put into question and it was cleared up like that. Man, Maine is one hell of a manager. But I don't think Gille, I don't think Lil Wayne will respond to Gille on a track, man. Oh, let me think about that. He could possibly do something on a track where he mentions $1 million worth of Game. Yep. He could do something on a track where he mentions it really quick. Wayne is known for some quick lyrics like that. Nightman, Mike. I think it record label's fault that the band Chief got banned, and then they invested in themselves with now they have a bunch of money and no control. They shared what? Nightman, huh? You have to rephrase that, bro. Marcus, what's up, bro? Appreciate you for tapping in. Alicia, yeah, you already know what it is. Yeah, I wasn't understanding that either. Not Philly, or 215 Philly. My man Nightman needs to rephrase that question. He had some good stuff there, but I really didn't understand it. If it was about how Chief Keef's label invested in him bad or something. Sorry, bro. Some of that shit. You are gonna have to rephrase that, Nightman, and make sure you don't say anything crazy in the question, bro. What up, Kenneth? Yo, what up, Kenneth Keith? What up, Kenneth? Appreciate you for tapping in, Kenneth Keith, man. What's popping? Oh, I don't know anything about that, Nightman. Nightman off that sippy sip. He's off that sippy sip. Next thing you know, hit single. Sippy sip. Damn. Wow. What is Blue Derm, bro? Henny is that shit, though. I won't lie to you. Henny is that shit. My bad, y'all. I'm smoking. My bad, y'all. I'm smoking, man. If anybody asks any question while I'm smoking, I'll see them. I'll get to them. But my bad, y'all, for taking away from the stream just because I'm blazing. Hopefully, y'all is blazing too. Oh, Blue Durban, like Durban Poison. Durban Poison is a cool strain, excuse me. But I really can't ever get it. I really can't ever get it, like the way I want to. Like they just had some weak Durban Poison at this dispensary I would go to. 215, did Game get checked or not? Well, Little Dirk went to the club. Little Dirk went to the club after the diss song dropped. The Game was advertised to be at a nightclub. Little Dirk went there. They had a face-off. Dirk spoke to him. Game respected that. Game respected Little Dirk coming to check him man to man. Yeah, Sean. Yep. There's definitely a video on YouTube of Dirk approaching the Game in the club. And then you can go listen to both of the diss songs. The Game featuring Tyga. And I think there's a Little Dirk diss song. If I'm not, am I mistaken, Sean? Is there a Little Dirk diss song on the Game and Tyga? Or am I mistaken? Let me know. I might be bugging. I might be completely bugging on that one. Because Dirk might not have done a diss song. Dirk might not have done a diss song, and he might just have went and seen the Game. Like, yo, I'm making my name in this game. Like, I kind of feel like at that point, and this is just my opinion, you guys, and I remember thinking this years ago when it happened. I was like, yo, Dirk went up to the Game like, yo, I'm going to be in this game. I'm going to be in the industry from now on. I'm coming to let you know that I'm not going nowhere. Because it was a big thing if the Game dissed you. You know what I mean? It was a big thing if the Game dissed you back then, man. Game was one of the greatest rappers. You know what I mean? You would look at him like that because he was really from that last era of artists who got to blow up like that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the newer artists have respect for him. And that's why a lot of the new rappers have respect for Wack because they look at the Game like that. They're like, oh shit, he had something to do with the Game. That means he's put together, big artists. Yeah, the Game had a real opportunity. Yep, Tyga in the Game. It's called Chirac to LA. Oh shit, you're about to watch Wedding Crashers. Wedding Crashers is dope. You got Owen Wilson in it, Vince Vaughn, Christopher Walken. You've even got Bradley Cooper in it. Notice Bradley Cooper in there. He plays one of the husbands or the boyfriends or something who actually goes at it with Owen Wilson. Yeah, there's some great actors in that movie, Wedding Crashers. It's so hilarious at the end when they become funeral crashers. I actually kind of wish that they had made a sequel called The Funeral Crashers instead of just doing that at the end of the movie. Instead of just doing the funeral crashing at the end of the movie with Will Ferrell, I feel like they should have just ended the movie in a different way and then made a sequel called The Funeral Crashers or whatever, The Funeral whatever. And I think that would have been, or Wedding Crashers 2 or whatever they were going to call it. They would have just called it Wedding Crashers 2 because of the fact that the movie made so much money at the box office. It started making so much money. Let me see. Yeah, the budget was only $40 million and they made like 280. Yep, Will Ferrell as Chad. He loved his meatloaf, right? So anyways, I think that would have been great if they would have actually made the Wedding Crashers 2 with Will Ferrell in it. But they decided just to blow that off at the end, which I didn't really understand, but they probably didn't know how successful the movie was actually going to be. It was only a $40 million budget. They probably didn't expect it to be as successful as it actually was. So that's why they ran through that idea, I guess. Interesting. Little Dirk has a song called 0 to 300. Is that really his response? Is he responding to Tyga on that one? I didn't remember that. I did not remember that. Did not remember that. If anybody has any open questions, the time is now. If y'all want to send in some open questions, y'all can send in whatever questions you guys want. If anybody wants to show any love to the channel, show it, super chat it. Damn it. What is your favorite movie? I mean, what is your favorite movie question? That's like a hard question. What is my favorite show right now? What is the show? Well, my favorite show is actually The Sopranos. The Sopranos is an amazing show. It's how many seasons is it? Is it 7 seasons? I don't know, but no. It's 13 seasons, isn't it? I think it's 13 seasons. No. How many seasons is The Sopranos? Oh, it's 6? Wow. That is horrible. That is absolutely horrible. But yeah, my show is The Sopranos. Favorite movie? I mean, there's a lot of movies that I like. Mikey's movie is Half Baked. Half Baked's all right. I'm going to put up the movie that I was in. Y'all want to check it out. I had a cameo in this movie. If you guys have Amazon Prime, you could check out Slapface. I'm going to pin it up to the chat for the duration of this video. If y'all haven't seen it, if y'all ask me, like, why do you call you Mikey T, the movie star? Y'all can go check out the movie that I'm actually in. You're like, oh shit, Mikey T's in a movie. All right. So I'm only half baked. That means pretty much like you can function, right? If you're half baked. If anybody has that question of like, oh, has Mikey T ever been in a movie? I want y'all to go check this movie out. You can give me a live review, what you think of it. Alicia, did you watch Slapface? Did anybody in here watch Slapface the other night? If not, I put up the Amazon Prime link so y'all can just go click on it. I'm sure a lot of you guys have access to Amazon Prime. It's on Shudder as well if you're on there. I got to the credits and fell asleep. What do you mean, the opening credits or the ending credits? Oh, you said I got to the. You mean the opening credits? Half Baked with Dave Chappelle. Yeah, Dave Chappelle was a genius in that movie. He really was. When Dave Chappelle was doing those movies, you guys, I really felt like Dave Chappelle should have really been a lead man. You know, I was like, it's all good, Alicia. Half Baked, yeah. I was really feeling like Dave Chappelle had it what it took to be a lead man, you know. But then when you see him in Blue Streak and he doesn't really have the lead roles, and he got kind of like casted as that, you know, guy who wasn't really in the lead, it just, you know, he just wasn't gonna. It was obviously wasn't gonna work out for him. Then he had the epically successful television show, you know, and it was like, yo, this is some of the realest TV, man, the realest, funniest shit, you know. But I had high hopes for Dave Chappelle in the movies. The way he did that leading man in Half Baked, he was the straight man too. You know, even though he got baked a lot, he's also the straight man. He's like, no, man, I can't steal that from my job, man. Then he's like, uh, Nightman. You ever seen Bachelor Party with Tom Hanks when the donkey was sniffing at the party? No. Bachelor Party with Tom Hanks? I have not seen that, bro. Never even heard of it, to be honest with you. Maybe I've seen the actually, maybe I have. Maybe I've seen the cover. Odd. It must be a movie when he was younger, huh? Because I really don't remember that at all. I really don't remember that whatsoever, but I really wasn't into Tom Hanks movies when he was younger, you know, because I was not even really born then. All the Tom Hanks movies that have been around have been since I've been like older. What? Oh, what did you just start? Wedding Crashers? And Alicia, what did you think about Wedding Crashers in comparison to the internship? Did you like the internship in comparison to Wedding Crashers? Let me see what's going on with this poll. Wow, Chief Keef won the poll. Chief Keef for sure won the poll, you guys. If anybody wants to vote in the poll, I'm going to give y'all an extra 1 minute. I'm going to give y'all one more minute to vote in the poll. I'm going to give y'all one more minute to vote in the poll. What up, what up, what up, Team Gumbo, CT, what's poppin'? Appreciate you for tapping in. Baby Daddy. What is Baby Daddy, bro? Obviously, Meet the Fockers is with Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro. What is Baby Daddy, though, bro? The only movie I'm thinking about is the one with Anthony Anderson. It had Anthony Anderson. It had who else was in that movie, you guys? It was about the three guys who were single dads, and they were all like their I guess their I guess their baby mamas left them or something like that. Yeah, who else? Who are the other two guys with Anthony Anderson in the Baby Daddy? I forget what it was actually called. I can look it up real quick, but you look it up for me, Nightman. Oh, you're watching Slapface. That's what's up. All right. Well, enjoy that. Enjoy Slapface. Anybody else who wants to watch it, I have it pinned up right now. Make sure y'all leave a review on it too. This is dark. Have you already got through the credits? I'm going to need another drink for this shit. That is great. That is great. Yo, Poppy Blanco back in the building. Was good. Let me see. What is the Baby Daddy movie called? Baby Daddy, Anthony Anderson. I probably have to. I can search that and it'll come up. Let me see. It was called My Baby's Daddy, and for some reason, I wanted to say Cat Williams, but I was like, no, it's not Cat Williams. Cat Williams didn't get as good of a role as My Baby Daddy. You know, if Cat Williams would have got roles like My Baby's Daddy, but it was Eddie Griffin who got this role. Oh shit. That's Michael Imperelli. That's Michael Imperelli from the freaking The Sopranos in wow. Nightman, you just made a major connection. You just made a major connection for me because I was always wondering who that Italian guy was in My Baby's Daddy. And it was the Michael Imperelli guy because it really just didn't make a lot of sense to me who he was because obviously everybody knew who Eddie Griffin was. You know what I mean? Obviously, everybody knew who Anthony Anderson is, you know, and but then it's like, hold on, who's this other guy? And I unfortunately, let me see the year of this as well. I unfortunately, embarrassing enough, you guys, I just saw The Sopranos like last year. I just saw The Sopranos in like 2021. So that's embarrassing. I understand. But I keep it real with my audience, you know what I mean? I keep it real with my audience. So yeah, that's crazy. I might have to go back and watch that because I really like Michael Imperelli. Now he's a really amazing actor. And yeah, I guess Method Man was doing his thing in that too. Well, I guess I could just imagine Method Man was probably like running up on these guys. You know what I mean? Method Man was probably running up on these guys doing something crazy. But then I imagine at the end he has a kid and they're all dads together or something. I can't really remember how that one panned out. But yeah, that movie was cool, man. Oh yeah, we just touched on the Young Thug situation. I guess you weren't in here, Poppy. Now Wack had touched on that situation. He had said a couple different interesting things about it actually. Now Wack was like pretty much saying the face of what it is under a RICO. He said maybe it was a gift, maybe it was a blessing that they didn't go as they wanted to go because Thug was the face of it. It's like we ain't stupid and they ain't stupid either. It's a reason why they waited 10 years. They waited to go when they went. Them people, they ain't do no 10-year investigation to grab a dude they can't keep. Now, Wack later on said that he's got love for Young Thug, you know? He actually said that, even though we've seen Young Thug actually beef with the game. He's like, I got love for you. I got love for Thug. I hope it turns out great, is what he said. Method Man is different in Power. Damn, I've never seen Power. You know, I'm not the biggest TV show guy. I'm not really the biggest TV show guy. Kind of want to watch that show Candy. It's giving me Bates Motel vibes. You know what I'm saying? That show Candy. Who's in that show? Is it Jessica Biel? Like, damn, that looks pretty interesting. I'm more of a movie guy, though. You know what I mean? The fact that I got into Bel Air and BMF, kind of shocking to me. You know what I mean? But those are shows like even The Sopranos, a little shocking to me. I don't do shows. I'm more of a movie guy. But those shows right there, all three of those shows they kept me glued to the screen. You know what I mean? Next episode, next episode, next episode. You know what I'm saying? What is going on? Allegedly is in the building. What is going on? What is allegedly going on? Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Hit that subscribe button. If anybody in here is not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe right now so you don't miss any of the live content or any of the pre-recorded material, interviews, all that. Oh, Candy, is that Netflix? No, that's actually Hulu. That's actually Hulu from what I saw. You might be, I don't know if you can find it on Netflix. I believe it's Hulu though. It had an interesting trailer, which kind of, sucked me in. It was like kind of like horror themed, which I'm a big horror guy. Watch a lot of horror. Obviously, I'm in this horror movie called Slapface. I got a really fly haircut in there. Y'all need to go check that shit out right now. But it's a really serious movie. Actually, there was an article. My brother just posted. Jeremiah Kipp, the director of Slapface, actually just posted a Empire. Empire magazine actually did an article on Slapface. It's crazy they did this article on Slapface, you guys. And you can see a little bit right here, but it says Jeremiah Kipp's Slapface is about the relationship between an alienated young boy and a monster. But yeah, y'all can check that out, man. In Empire magazine as well. Grab that magazine. Big shit right there. Big shit right there. What was you talking about? I appreciate you subscribing, allegedly. I saw that she had an afro. What are you talking about, Alicia? Oh, yeah. She had curly hair. Yep. She had curly hair. Is that Jessica Biel? Or am I tripping? But yeah, man, I really appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. I'm gonna post up my Instagram. Anybody in here wants to follow me on the gram, I'm gonna follow everybody on here back. I'm gonna go check out a trailer. Oh, hold on, let me see if I've seen that. Anybody who follows me right now, I'm gonna follow y'all back on Instagram. If you're already following me, that's dope. Let me see. Let me check, see if I've seen that. How do you say that? Colombia? Hold on. COL. Let me see. 2011? It's getting a lot of negative reception from critics, I'm seeing, bro. Who do we got in here? Zoe Saldana? Oh, bro, you're gonna have to sell me on this one. You're gonna have to sell me on this one, bro, because you're gonna have to sell me on this one, bro, because I don't know if I'm feeling that one. I'll be 100% with you. I'll be 100% real with you. I'm not sure if I'm feeling that one, bro. I got it right here, bro. It's a 2011 movie. Or I got an O in mine. Oh, okay, that's how you say it. Yeah, man. I'm looking it up. It's not looking like it's 100% my cup of tea. Hold on. Oh yeah, this is my cup of tea for sure. So it's about a. Now I'm not trying to detract anybody. Everybody on here should be going to watch Slapface tonight. That's the movie that I'm in. Hold on, bro. Your cuz is in the movie that we're talking about right now, Colombiana, or however the hell you say it, Colombiana or something. What up, Peasy? Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Yo, Cappy 2 times. What's pop a locking? I think that says what's pop locking. Sorry. What's pop locking, Mikey T? What's pop locking? Uh Not sure if it's pop locking, but it's popping over here. What? Your cousin is the main character? So basically, you're telling me your cousin is Zoe Saldana? Bro, you're telling me your cousin is Zoe Saldana? Oh, okay, okay. I got your name, man. Colombiana. Hell yeah. You know we on the late night creep iceberg. Damn, that's crazy. Iceberg, crazy. Louis Peasy's cousin is Zoe Saldana. Am I saying her name right, Peasy? Hopefully I'm saying her name right. Yo, you got to reach out to your cousin, man. We can get her in maybe we can get her to work with my brother. Let me see what other work Zoe Saldana has here. Oh shit. Oh my god, she was in Crossroads with Britney Spears, bro. She was in Crossroads with Britney Spears. For some reason, I feel like my brother would think that was cool. He'd probably be like, "Well, that's building credibility." Um, so her breakthrough with her work in numerous science fiction movies. That's dope. Science fiction. Her beginning in 2009 with her first of multiple appearances as Noyota Uhura. I'm probably saying that wrong because I've never watched Star Trek in my life. Yep. Wow, this girl's got it going on if she's in Star Trek. Um, and her first appearance as Nitiri in the Avatar film. Wow, she's out of here. She portrays Gamora in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, beginning with Guardians of the Galaxy. Saldana appeared in 3 of the 5 highest grossing films of all time. This is your cousin, bro? Did you ever tell your cousin that you were a moderator in my chat? She was in Guess Who's Bernie. What? Oh, she was in Guess Who. Oh yeah, Guess Who. And also you said Drumline. Wow. Let me check that out here. Let me fact check you on your cousin's work. Yep, she was in Drumline as Layla. That wasn't the main character though, right? What? Hold on. Bro, are you Bro, hold on. You're just All right, I was totally tripping. This woman is famous as shit. I was clearly tripping. No, I'm just saying if you're the second main character of Drumline, you're famous as shit. Now, who the hell is Anna Maria from Pirates of the Caribbean? I don't know. Oh, she was. All right. Damn it, man. You better make that call for your cousin. She was in Dirty Deeds. What the hell was that? Wow. Dirty Deeds actually seems pretty cool. The hell? I know she's your cousin and all, man. Never mind. Wow, she was in Takers. I'm trying to find hold on. All right, so who was she really the second? Was she really Ashton Kutcher's love interest in Guess Who? Like, wow, she's famous as all hell. Although that movie, she was Clarissa, what the hell is wrong with you? Uh, even though Guess Who really wasn't that big of a hit. Guess Who wasn't that big of a hit. Let me see. Hold on. Actually, it was. I guess it was a pretty big hit. It made 100 million. It is what it is. It made $100 million on a $35 million budget. The movie was a damn hit. But yeah, you have pictures with her, you say, bro? Okay. I really don't believe it. I'm just messing with you. I'm not saying I don't believe that you're not cousins with her. I don't believe that you have pictures with her. That's what I'm saying. I highly doubt you have pictures with her. You're probably cousins. You're more than likely cousins. I'm 90% with you on that. Pictures? Maybe 12%. Peasy sends pictures to my Instagram right away. Nah, Louis Peasy is one of the dopest dudes, man. Yo, is that Boosie? Is that Boosie movie still up? Oh my God. Clarissa is the biggest troll in the chat now. You see that? She first she got everybody to trust her, and then she became the biggest troll in the chat. That's pretty cool though. It's awesome. Hell yeah, I know you don't gotta lie, Peasy. I know you don't gotta lie, bro. I know you wouldn't lie about something like that. What's the point? But wow, she has quite a bit of history, man. So you better hook that up, man. Actually, it'll probably cost a lot of money. What the hell? You're gonna have to ask her why the hell she made that movie, The Curse of Father Cardona. I really don't understand that. Oh, damn you, Peasy. Really? Really, Peasy? I'm in the middle of a stream, bro. Oh, damn. Oh, sorry. Peasy's in this picture. Can I get it screened up close enough so I don't have to see Peasy's face? Child face. Damn. Okay. Woo! Bro, your cousin is a superstar, man. Your cousin is a superstar. What do you want me to say? She was in Avatar. Wow, she was in Death of the Funeral. I mean, I don't really remember who Elaine was at Death of the Funeral, but it did have that really funny ass scene where the dude was all high as hell. Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to see if Zoe Saldina has her name up there on the top. Yeah, I think that's it right there. I think that's her name right there. Wow. He sent the receipts. Although it was a picture of it could have been like any picture of like a boy that was, like just taking pictures at like a meet and greet when he was a young child, when What's her name? Zoe? Is it Zoe? Sorry, guys, I got bad short-term memory. Yes, Zoe was doing a meet and greet for, let's see, maybe her first movie, Center Stage, whatever the hell that was. What was Center Stage? Wow. Her first movie made 26 million at the box office. That says something to me. It was a teen drama, I guess. Interesting enough. Whatever. Teen drama. You got to get your feet wet in the industry, right? You got to get your feet wet. What was her next movie? Get Over It. Oh, is this the movie with Cisco? No, yes, Cisco's in it. Never saw it. Cisco's in it. Check it off the list of movies that you've got to see. I'm uh that was on Xmas at Grandma's. We'll get there, bro. We'll get there. Get Over It, Jesus. 2001. I guess this is her next movie. And this one actually tanks. Budget 22 million, box office 19 million. Then she does Crossroads, which I never saw. I never saw Crossroads. I guess she plays a character named Kit. Kit's a pretty cool name. And this is her first big hit, $61 million. And right here, while staying at a motel in Alabama, damn, just picture that. Britney Spears at a hotel in Alabama. I'm sold. Why didn't I watch this movie? Shit. So while staying at a hotel in Alabama, Kit tells Lucy and Mimi that she heard a rumor about Ben going to jail. Okay. So Kit is a pretty fundamental part of this movie. I never saw this film, you guys. Like, I'm really not like watching all the chick flick vacation movies. I didn't watch that other one that they had about the Josie and the Pussycats or something like that either. Out of fear, it was maybe like that. And then there was another one with Cameron Diaz, who was hot as hell back in the day. Maybe it was that American Sweetheart movie that she made. I don't know. I always see it as a part of her catalog. Didn't watch it. You know, Cameron Diaz was really hot at a really a portion of her career. Like, she was extremely hot. I'm both figuratively and literally. What's going on here? Oh, so then she had Drumline. So let's see. I think Drumline made more than $60 million. Now, let's remember the budget. This is what we do here, guys. We break shit down. The budget of Crossroads was only $12 million and it made a 61 million. So the budget of Drumline was 20 million and it made 57 million. So no, Crossroads was still her biggest hit. Crossroads was still her biggest hit. But then she made Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, which was the first one. And I'm really wondering, see, she doesn't get any starring. What, Peasy, can you tell me how big of a role she had in Pirates of the Caribbean, man? Like, what did she really do in that? Alicia says, I never thought Cameron was hot. Sean says, I remember her in The Mask with Jim Carrey back then. Oh, yeah, that's a very good point out, Sean. And when I say hot, Alicia, I mean, I thought Cameron Diaz was going to be like a real, like a lot bigger in the movie industry. You know what I mean? I didn't think she would be making movies with the guy from Pete and Pete called Sex Tape. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that movie was funny as hell. That movie was funny as hell too. So let me see here. Pirates of the Caribbean, I really can't judge this with her. It's good to get a an idea of the movie that she's been a part of. Let me see if I see. Oh, here she goes. Zoe Saldana as Anna Maria, who is a female pirate who signs up to join Will Turner and Mr. Gibbs for a chance to confront Jack Sparrow for stealing her ship. He promises her the interceptor as an attempt to assuage her. Let me actually put this up on Google so I can get an idea of what Zoe looked like on the movie. Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah, I definitely remember her. Yep. That's exactly what I was thinking. It was the girl who Johnny Depp used to date. Wow. Wow, Peasy. Didn't they her and Johnny Depp also have a relationship that they spoke on in the movie as well? Now, I've only seen the first I want to say I've seen the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean. Might have seen that one with you know, the Penelope Cruz. Might have saw that one, not too sure. Those movies are just so damn long. I don't have the time. But yeah, yep. But yeah, she also had a relationship with Jack where she was like, "You screwed me, Jack." Yep, friends with benefits relationship. Wow, that is awesome. So she really found her first she was a part of her first extremely major movie. Extremely major all I mean, the Britney Spears one and the drum line was great, but this Pirates of the Caribbean, $654,000,000, $140,000,000 budget. Then she does The Terminal with Tom Hanks. See, now we had mentioned Tom Hanks a little bit earlier. This is the Tom Hanks that I know, you guys. This right here is actually the Tom Hanks that I know, y'all. The Terminal Tom Hanks. Let me see where Zoe comes in here. Dolores. I seem to remember Tom Hanks in this movie saying the name Dolores because he actually had he had broken English in this movie. He was not an American citizen in this movie. He was actually trapped at a terminal because he like they his country like something happened with his country where there was no flights back to it. So he got trapped in this terminal for like I don't know how long it was. I can't remember. I've seen the movie once or twice. It's a really good movie. Yep, The Terminal with Tom Hanks. And made a shitload of money. She's on a roll at this point. This movie cost $60 million to make, which now is, you know what I mean? That's as big as her earlier movies, not considering the Pirates movie. And this movie actually makes $219 million. So she's on an absolute roll. What does she do after that? 2004, you guys, she does Haven. Oh my God. What is this? Hopefully we're not Hopefully we're not going into bad territory here because you've got some good shit going here, Zoe. What is Haven though? A feature film set in the Cayman Islands. Oh my God, we're already off to a horrible start. I am sorry. We are off to a bad start here. Um, it's an ensemble film. Okay, this is good for her. It's ensemble, meaning all the film isn't going to be relying on her shoulders. But at this point, all right, maybe she's doing it for some acting credibility. Let me check out the box office. We got no box office on this. Maybe this film is a little bit older. Bill Paxton's in it. That's dope. Orlando Bloom from The Lord of the Rings is in it. Okay. Anthony Mackie as well. Anthony Mackie's great. Ah, you're hilarious. You are hilarious, Alicia. You are quite funny. Let me see here. So wow, she does this movie. She has her name on the headline. That's dope. I'm gonna give it to her. Haven. That's cool. She got to act with Orlando Bloom. Maybe not though. I bet you it was one of those movies where it shows different stories. Temptation. She plays Annie. 2004 Temptation. Wow. These must be older movies now that are coming out because of the fact that she got famous. So let's get into 2005. She does Constellation. Constellation is a drama. 2007. I've got nothing on it. Sorry, guys. I've got nothing on this movie. Gabrielle Union's in it. That's cool. She gets to act alongside Gabrielle Union, a drama film. It's called Constellation. That's all I really got on it, guys. I'm sorry. I got nothing else on the Constellation movie. I've got no box office. I've got no budget. Let's see, what do we got next? Wow, so I honestly feel like I don't know what it was. Peasy, do you think those were some older films that she had done that were just getting released? Or do you think she really went and did those movies after she had done The Terminal and Pirates of the Caribbean? Because this is what seems a little bit more natural to me. She actually did Guess Who next with a budget of $35 million and it made 100. Yeah, Nightman. I've seen the 2 new Rambo movies, bro. Yeah, I saw both of the new ones actually. Yep. Oh, Rambo Last Blood. What year was that one from? All right, so what is this Dirty Deeds? Okay, I looked up Dirty Deeds. Yeah, we're gonna move on. What the hell's Premium in 2006? Wow. What is happening to our girl? What is happening to our girl Zoe Saladina? The heart specialist. Oh my good lord. Budget 3 million. Box office 1 million. Yeah, 2 new Rambo movies. Okay, we got some good stuff here. We got some good stuff coming up because I see that she's going to be in this Star Trek movie from 2009 or something like that. So hopefully she can get it back together because something happened. Something happened. Uh the heart specialist. All right, she has this movie called After Sex, a romantic comedy. It was released in the DVD. It was released on DVD. Oh, Jesus. This isn't good, you guys. Mila Kunis was in it. It's pretty sweet. Mila Kunis, all right. So she's got a couple different, you know what I mean? She's got a couple different things going for her in working on these films. Let's see. Blackout. I'm trying to see like when will one of these films connect with me and it'll be something that I know. God, I'm not seeing anything here. Prodigy was in it. Michael B. Jordan was in it. That's pretty dope. Vantage Point. I seem to remember that. Yeah, a lot of people are in this. Forrest Whitaker, Dennis Quaid. Yep. All right, so she had Vantage Point. That's pretty cool. Vantage Point. You never heard of Vantage Point? Wow. She has so many damn movies. This isn't even. She's going to be in the Avatar 3. She's going to be in the Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Oh my God. She has something called Amsterdam. She's going to be in the Atom Project, or she is in the Atom Project. I actually just watched that. I believe I just watched that. No? Yes. Yep. It's with wow, she was in the Atom Project. You got to be kidding me right now. This woman is amazing. Peasy, thanks for bringing that up, man. You know, movies is a big thing that I love. Alicia says Vantage Point was awesome. I never saw it. I never saw it. I never actually saw it. But yeah, I did just see the Atom Project, which is crazy. So what is she does Star Trek after Vantage Point. Star Trek makes a ton of money, $150 million budget, and Star Trek makes $385 million. Uh, and then she does this movie called The Skeptic, which I don't know what the hell this is. I'm very skeptical about this movie choice. Um, it's also known as The Haunting of Brian Beckett. I'm just saying, after you've just did Star Trek, why are you gonna do this? Let's see, what's the budget? Oh my god. The box office was just so low for this. It was like it says it's $6,000. So then she gets Avatar. And then there's this movie called The Losers, which I'd never heard of. Let me see. It because it bombed. The movie cost $25 million to make. The movie cost $25 million to make, and it only made $29 million. Wow, Idris Elba was in it. Chris Evans, Jason Patrick. So then she was in Takers, which is dope, and then she was in Death of the Funeral, which is dope. Couple ensemble movies, bunch of big cast. What is this? Burning Palms. Burning Palms. It's a big cast. $5 million budget. Nothing really. Wow, is she the lead? She the lead in that? So here's the plot for Burning Palms. Deidre. Hold on, who's Deidre? Nope. 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 Let me see. Deidre. Chloe, 15-year-old. Chloe. Nope. All right, I'm getting out of this because Zoe is not the lead role in that. Then she did the Colombiana movie. She did the Colombiana movie where she obviously was going to be kicking some ass. It had a $40 million. It had a $40 million budget, and they made 63 million. That looks pretty cool. It's funny. That's how this whole conversation started, by somebody suggesting me to watch that movie. Then she did The Words. Oh wow, I never saw this. This is actually a movie with Bradley Cooper. Did anybody see The Words? I never really wanted to see that. Seemed like it was a little bit too deep for me. You know what I mean? I kind of like ignore that type of shit. It's like, yo, we getting a little deep here. All right, let me go smoke an L real quick. And I can't even get a plot here. They won't even give me a plot. They just want me to read about the movie. I can't even get a plot here. Can't even get a plot. Really, because I don't want to read what the whole damn movie is about. Oh, but let me look at the box office real quick. Guess she was it looks like she was Bradley Cooper's love interest from what I'm seeing here. And wow, the movie was a $6 million budget and it only made 16 million. So I would have thought far more. And then she did Blood Ties. Clive Owen, he's dope. Mila Kunis again, all right. I might have to check this out. Wow, that looks pretty cool. Have you ever seen that, Peasy? Blood Ties? Her, Mila Kunis, Clive Owen, James Caan. Jesus, I like James Caan. You don't see him in too much. And Losers, nah, I've never seen Losers. I never really heard about Losers, to be honest with you. I might have. I might have seen the title, actually. I might have seen the title. Where are we at with this? Where are we at with this? So then she did a Star Trek sequel. Let's see how much that made. I'm interested to see. All right, so wow, you got to be kidding me. The following Star Trek actually made $467 million, so it went up 100 million, or just about. It went up about 80 million. Oh damn, she did Out of the Furnace. I loved Out of the Furnace with Christian Bale and Casey Affleck, Woody Harrelson. Yeah, that was sweet. Freaking made nothing at the box office though. $15 million budget and only made 22 million. Unity, she was the narrator. We're not going to go over that. What is this? Infinitely Polar Bear. Mark Ruffalo and her, of course. You got Mark Ruffalo in that. Okay. Movie cost like $2 million and made like $7 million. No, I know I did. I already said Losers, Alicia. You missed that? Yeah, Out of the Furnace was amazing. So then she follows that up with and who the hell is Gamora? Oh wow. Wow, you're kidding me. Now I feel like a complete idiot. I feel like an absolute idiot. My dude's cousin is Gamora from the Guardians of the Galaxy. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, I mentioned Losers. I think the box office, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think the box office on that was 29 million and the budget was 25. Wow, that is nuts. Oh, I like this though. So she did Guardians of the Galaxy, The Book of Life, which was some animated movie. Nina, which I'm not too familiar with. But then I wanted to get to she did another Star Trek. There's no way this Star Trek could have made as much as the others. Right. It went down to 343 million, which is less than the one 2 movies ago by 40 million. So this movie I wanted to mention right here is Live by Night with Ben Affleck. I believe she plays. Does she play Ben Affleck's love interest in Live by Night? Maybe I'm mistaken. But Live by Night was pretty cool with Ben Affleck. Had a good story to it. Let's see. Yep, Avengers. What is this? Missing Link. No, it's an animated movie. Vampires versus the Bronx. Don't know how they got her attached to that. Vivio. Another animated movie. And then the Atom Project. Yeah. And let me see what this is. Amsterdam. Wow, she did a movie Amsterdam with Christian Bale, Remy Malek, Chris Rock. Wow, that's pretty dope. I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to what this what Zoe has to offer in the upcoming year. It's really impressive to see all the work that she's putting together. Oh, that's dope. I love shrimp. I love fried shrimp. Yeah. I appreciate everybody for tapping in on the live tonight, man. It's been a dope video. We went over some dope topics as always. You know what I'm saying? We always have a couple different topics to go over. Chief Keef and Bosstop going over it. Chief Keef putting Bosstop in his songs. You know what I mean? Bosstop dissing Chief Keef in his streams, in his stories. Pretty typical shit. You know what I mean? Pretty typical shit. We'll have to wait and see if anything more comes of it. I want to go check it out and see if Boss Top actually, went crazy on a video because I saw something. I didn't get to check it out before the stream. All I saw was the actual story response. All I saw was the actual story response where he basically, he called Chief Keef something that I don't even really want to repeat on the channel, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Pretty much saying some other shit about Chief Keef though as well. You know what I mean? Saying that they get played with, saying that Chief Keef gets played with and shit like that, which I really don't think is all that accurate. Since Chief Keef got in the game, he's been commanding quite a bit of attention. But yeah, like I said, anybody on here that's watching, I'm about to get off in a few minutes. Let me make sure I don't got any polls running. I've got the link. Oh, hold on. We do have a poll running right now. I'm going to give y'all one last minute to vote in it. It's who shook the culture more, Chief Keef or Young Thug. Right now, Young Thug is leading 70% to 30%. Also, I have the link to the horror movie Slapface that I have a cameo in. If you guys want to check that out to go see what Mikey T does in the movies and shit like that. Yep. Alicia. That's what he said. Again, Cap, yeah, I appreciate you for tapping in, bro. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next stream. I appreciate everybody for tapping in live with me. If anybody has any final comments or final questions that they want to get out, I'll let it rock while I'm blazing the rest of this L. Runts, of course. Why does that say 2 up there? I wonder. Have a great night. Have a great night. Enjoy your night, Alicia. Enjoy that fried shrimp, one of my favorites. Revolver is a must see. What up, Jamarcus? Appreciate you for tapping in. What is Revolver? You're gonna have to remind me, Jamarcus. Remind me. Also, anybody that hasn't voted in the poll, I'm ending the poll in 30 seconds. It's who do you think was more influential, Chief Keef or Young Thug? I want you guys to vote in the poll if you're just logging in. Oh, it's all good, Cappy. I appreciate you listening to the stream while you're painting, bro. That's love right there, man. Actually tapping in with us here and there while you're doing some shit. That's love. But yeah, Jamarcus, please tell me what that revolver is. That seems to strike a memory with me, but I'm not fully remembering it. It must be an independent film of some nature. Top 5 with Chris Rock. Top 5 with Chris Rock. That was actually a pretty interesting movie, man. That was a pretty interesting movie. His stuff is pretty good. Chris Rock's stuff is pretty good, man. I even like that movie he did with Adam Sandler. A lot of my friends weren't so much into it. I think the comedy was a little bit slow, but I definitely liked it. Best scenes were probably, though, the best scenes probably were the scenes in the car, though, unfortunately. Oh, hold on one second. I'm seeing some TV shows that we didn't talk about from Zoe. So she had Law and Order, the Special Victims Unit. She was on 2 episodes of Law and Order. 6 Degrees, which I'm not familiar with. I've never really watched any Law and Order either. Comedy, Bang Bang, Rosemary's Baby, Home Movie, The Princess Bride, Maya and 3, The Guardians of the Galaxy, Holiday Special. Huh. Wow. I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed with her catalog, I must say. I'm quite impressed. Although she did get racked with some B movies for some reason. Which, like a lot of the times with actors, we've seen movies of theirs release after they've got famous. Shit, we've seen that with a lot of rappers as well. Look what they did with the Games album. You know what I mean? The album that he had with JT the Bigga Figga. Once he released the documentary, they put that album out at the same time. And they capitalized off of it. A lot of times when an actor blows up, all of the movies that they had done in the past will get a lot more recognition. Shit, sometimes a lot of the movies that they had in the can that never released will get pushed through. James Brown, what's up with you, bro? Appreciate you, man. Good night to Alicia. She's appreciate her for tapping in. Nick Miller's in the building. What up, my guy? What up with you, bro? Let me get this computer plugged in over here. Let me check this out, Jamarcus. You're telling me something. I'm listening to you. Oh, yeah. I never saw this. Directed by Guy Ritchie. Wow. Jason Statham's in it. Jason Statham, Ray Liotta. You got Vincent Pastore as Zach. I believe Vincent Pastore is from The Sopranos as well, which is dope. Yeah, so you got a pretty good cast in here. Andre 3000, Jason Statham, Ray Liotta. I like it. I like it. I'll probably check out the trailer. I do remember that movie title though, to be honest with you. Yeah, James, I'm sorry that shit happened, bro. I just seen an article, just seen a headline, really, man. I didn't read the article. I seen a headline when I was scrolling past, and I'm like, damn. Because, I got friends out in Niagara Falls and Rochester and Buffalo. I got friends upstate New York and shit. I mean, anytime you hear something like that and you got some people in an area, you always feel a certain way. A great movie. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try, man. I'm a Jason Statham guy, bro. What year is this movie? Let me see. What year is that movie, bro? I really wish that Andre 3000, 2005. I really wish that Andre 3000 had pursued movies a little bit further. I was saying that a little bit about Gilly as well. Not Gilly, excuse me. I was saying that about T.I. as well. You know what I mean? I was honestly saying like T.I., I think his natural transition was movies. He had actually done movies pretty much better than I think any of the other actors. When we're talking about Ja Rule, I even, I mean, he's right. He might have been right there with DMX. DMX was really good. You know what I mean? I think at the end of the day, it just came to him linking up with a bad movie production company, or I don't even know if it was a bad movie production company, but the production budget of the movie was too low for his standards at that point for him to be doing that movie about the dealer. You know what I mean? He did that one movie. I think it had a budget of like $7 million or something like that. What was that movie DMX called? The movie that ended DMX's run. It was called what? That's dope that he was in that. It was Never Die Alone. Yep, it was Never Die Alone. Should Yep. Wow. Good concept. Never Die Alone was a great concept for a movie. You know what I mean? A really good concept for a movie, a really good idea, but no, no. $3 million budget. DMX was so far past that. You know, he actually made a Steven Seagal movie a hit again. You know what I mean? Back from when Steven Seagal like really was phased out. He brought Steven Seagal back to a certain extent. Well, he was the only successful Steven Seagal movie around that time. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Wow, he's 70. Steven Seagal is 70. Jesus. Let's take a little look here. A little crazy going down this man's so I want to get to first I want to get to he has so many movies. We got to literally go back to like the early 2000s. So we're going to go to Exit Wounds here. So right around Exit Wounds, you guys, I see Ticker, I see Half Past Dead, The Foreigner, Belly of the Beast. None of these movies I really know. Whoa, hold on. Limited release. Okay, that was Ticker. I don't really know what Ticker is. It's an American action film. That's all I got. I'll look at it in a second. So Exit Wounds. Budget 33 million, box office 80 million. Let's go to 2000, The Prince of Central Park. Is he even on there? He's not even really on there. So let's go to 1998, The Patriot. Budget 25 million, and we don't have a box office. My Giant, never really heard of it. Fire Down Below, Steven Seagal. Okay, he actually kind of looks like intimidating in this one. They've actually got a really up close feature of his face, which is interesting. You know what I mean? Because later on, a lot of people made issues about his weight. Box office $24 million. The Glimmer Man. Where do they come up with these titles? Box office $20 million. So far we haven't seen anything that's even touched what DMX has done. We've got Executive Decision, which is a Kurt Russell movie. I'm gonna back up out of this. Under Siege 2. Wow. Where's Under Siege 1? Guess he wasn't in it. They got Steven Seagal to be in Under Siege 2. Okay, so that's his big movie. $105 million on a $60 million budget. That's pretty dope. Notice the budget was $60 million. Above the Law. $7 million budget, $18 million box office. Movie called Hard to Kill. $11 million budget, $59 million box office. Marked for Death, $12 million. It made $58 million. Okay, we're seeing a trend here. Out for Justice, 14 million, and it made 39 million. People are getting tired of it. Oh, here's Under Siege. Under Siege Part 1. $35 million budget, and it makes 156 million. So Under Siege Part 2 was actually a letdown because it actually made 105 million on a $60 million budget when Under Siege Part 1 made 150 million on a $35 million budget. So yeah, they dropped the ball. Let me see. So after that, he did On Deadly Ground. This is going to be telling right here, you guys. How good On Deadly Ground did is going to be very, extremely telling. This is 94. The budget was 50 million. The box office was 78 million. Says a lot right there. They really didn't get that much back on their investment. Um, you know what I mean? In comparison to when they were spending a little bit lighter money, when they're spending like 35 million and they're getting bigger returns. So let's see. He does exit wounds. Hold on one second. The Fire Below, 25 million. Fire Down Below. The Patriot, 25 million. So his shit was pretty much done. Like I said, exit wounds. I mean, I've looked this shit up my whole life, you guys, pretty much. I've studied all this information my whole life, pretty much. Let's see. Half Past Dead comes out with Ja Rule. Budget, get this. Budget 25 million. Box office 19 million. Now his movies are just losing money. What's this? The Foreigner. Budget 16 million. Jesus. He was probably loving it getting a $16 million budget. What's up, Kat? How you doing tonight? Appreciate you for tapping in. Nightman, what are you gonna watch when you get off? Exit Wounds? What were you talking about? Okay. I see. What's Alicia's still in the chat talking about that Steven Seagal movie. He's got so much, man. I'm looking at all this other stuff. I'm looking at all this other stuff that he's got. He's just got so much here, you know. I'm gonna just click on something from like something random and see what the budgets are looking like. Budget $8 million in 2016. What do we got? Attrition. This movie looks weird. It's about kung fu. No budget listed. Budget was like $75,000. Beyond the Law. Beyond the Law is not a budget. No budget. No budget for Beyond the Law. General Commander. Jesus. This is rough, you guys. This is seriously rough. I can't imagine if I had a YouTube channel actually going over this shit all the time. Oh, for real, bro? General Commander is 2019 straight to DVD. Box office. Budget. More important than the box office. The budget was 12 million. Let me look at the Ticker movie because I did not click on it. Let me see. Box office or budget, excuse me, 7 million. Tom Sizemore's in it. Steven Seagal, Dennis Hopper, Nas. Yep, Nas as Detective Art Fuzzy Rice. Dope. Dope point out, Nightman. Dope point out. Dope point out right there. Appreciate you pointing that out, man. That's lit. That's lit. Everybody on here, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you're not, I imagine all you guys are subscribed to the channel, though, right? Everybody on here is subscribed. You got the notification bell hit. Let me just finish this up before we get up out of here tonight. Oh, damn. We got New Zealand in here. I know you can appreciate a good movie in New Zealand, bro. So I want you to do me a favor, Corey. I want you to check out the movie that I've got pinned up top if you have Amazon Prime or if you have Shudder. You can get a free trial on Shudder. Check out the movie Slapface. I've actually got a scene in there as well. It's directed by my brother Jeremiah Kipp. Horror film if you're into it. Psychological thriller as well. You know what I mean? Not just straight up horror. So yeah, I'd appreciate it if everybody checked that out. I'm about to end the poll. Appreciate y'all for voting. I asked who shook the culture more, Young Thug or Chief Keef, and it looks like Young Thug has 30% of the vote and Chief Keef has 70%, so it goes to Chief Keef. Yeah, that's right, Jamarcus. New Zealand is in the house. That's right. Shout out to New Zealand for tapping in. That's love right there. Hopefully, Corey will get back to us with his thoughts on Slapface as well. But yeah, man. I had a dope live video. I want y'all to make sure you tap into my next video, guys. Appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight, though. I'm about to get out of here. Got to call it a night. You know what I'm saying? Just about 3 a.m. here on the East Coast. So I got to call it a night. I enjoyed going over all the topics. I enjoyed all the open questions that we had as well. All the different people sharing their knowledge about movies, like my guy Nightman. Telling us that Nas was actually in this movie with Steven Seagal. However, how crazy that is to hear. You know what I mean? We got New Zealand even tapping in. Cappy, be easy tonight, man. Everyone be easy. Make sure you don't miss my next streams. Make sure you don't miss my next live streams, and make sure you don't miss my next interviews that I'm putting out. I got a lot of new stuff that I'm cooking up for the new year. And yeah, I look forward to showing you all that shit, man. But I'll see you.